1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The difference is it's running two different systems. And I forget he mutes those. Even though he just needs to play music and not have to worry about muting that. But
he needs to learn how to do that.
Well, he's got this program. He's got this program on his computer.
Yeah, but at this point,
we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, all you just for funners, y'all are catching completely behind the scenes this morning as we're getting ready to go.
Yes, but it's a good thing because I'm trying to get woke up because I did the show with Joey last night and we was just having so much fun. You saw I didn't leave till what 10:15.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But as soon you can ask Travis. As soon as I got home, I took a shower to get the butt cheese off of me.
What'd you do?
It's not what I did. It's not
happened?
what I did. It's what you did.
Save that for the show.
Well, I thought we were on.
Well, video, but we're not on.
On. Okay.
All right, all you just for funners. So as camera's running, I'm trying to eat some crackers. I'm gonna shove this in my mouth so I can't talk. You said you went home to take a shower for what?
Because you put butt cheese on me last night. Butt cheese. I was sitting here.
What the hell is butt cheese?
You know, kind of like toe jam.
That's not what's on this cracker.
Thank God. That's peanut butter and cheese.
So what are you crying about?
Because I was sitting here minding my own business, getting ready for the rough edge last night, and all of a sudden, I was violated by your butt.
I gave you the soft edge.
You gave me the stanky edge.
Can I ask you a question?
Down my arm.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
It ain't what you wanted. I thought you wanted that. That tain't what you wanted?
No, that tain't what I wanted. And you about pushed me through the blame studio.
I was just trying to hook you up. That was a naked lap dance, and you didn't even have to pay for it.
It wasn't even in my lap. It was on my arm and in my hair. And
well, as short as you are, I could only get to your arm when I squatted. I tried to put it in your lap, but you screamed.
Yeah, and then you made me unplug my headphones, and so
I wanted to make sure that my naked crack was touching your skin, not your sleeve, not the side of your shorts.
Oh, you
I made sure that my crack was on your arm and on your knee.
So
it's a good thing I didn't fart on you.
You cheesed me. You know, when Slimer slimed Bill Murray, he said I got slimed. So I got cheesed by DJ Scotty.
You got cracked. What you talking about? I don't
cheesed
see.
Sounds better.
I don't see what your complaints are. I just don't get what your complaint is.
Let me rub my butt on you. My bare butt.
There's a difference. Have you ever seen your bare butt?
Well, it's behind me. How can I? No words.
No, I was reading something. I'm just going to tell my wife we got this.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
She says that Ashley Skinner doesn't have to be wherever till noon tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
okay.
If anything, you can drive my van, meet here, and then drive my van and leave where we're at a few minutes early to go get Zaylee. So we got this. It takes a village to raise a baby, especially a baby that acts the way ours does.
Yeah, she's adorable. She was so cute when I got here last night. And she come around that corner and she saw me, and I saw her.
She's liking you more than me lately. I don't know what it is. She's on an anti-pop movement right now.
Well, she's smiling.
Speaking of a movement, right?
Those 4 little teeth in the front. She's so cute. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
But she wanted you yesterday, but you hadn't. No, was it yesterday?
Well, my problem is it's been super busy this last week. Like last night, got somewhere to be tonight. So, I mean,
yes.
It's like
yes.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. I'm like,
At
holy
least we have
cow.
Saturday night off.
Yes, so far.
Well, we were talking about going down to my friends. They have a new place down at Jackson Lake, and they want us to see it. And they're apparently right on the lake. So they said, bring your fishing poles. So we might be going in night fishing.
Okay.
So that would be pretty cool. I haven't been
It
fishing.
probably would be pretty cool. Let's see what the temperature is going to be that night.
I don't know.
It still says, look, it still says Panama City time. No wonder I got my weather wrong yesterday. I was like, man, it seems awfully hot. And I looked at the temperature. I was like, holy cow, no wonder it's so hot. And it was still on Panama City weather.
But you know, at least down there in Panama City, when it says it's like 100 degrees, it's not.
It's going to rain Saturday and it'll be 63 degrees.
Well, that's when the fish bite good, is when it's raining.
I'll send you some chum.
Ew.
I'll cinch your leg. Maybe,
no.
Maybe to attract
Keep your butt cheese to yourself. I don't want no more of your butt cheese. And did you see what my cousin, because apparently she was listening last night.
I don't know.
You didn't see what she posted on
I've not really seen anything. It's been kind of busy. What do you think?
She posted a picture that says butt cheese on my Facebook.
Okay. Butt face. That's fine.
No, butt cheese.
No, I'm calling her a butt face.
Oh, you hear
You
that?
better be glad you live far away.
Yeah.
Put the crack-a-lackin' on you. Literally. I run upstairs. I said, you never believe what I just did to Steph. She's like, oh my God. I said, she tried to zap me with a pen.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. You have to actually have contact with that and then touch that.
Yeah.
So even though
Show me one time.
Even though I would be holding
Show me how it works.
And touch you with it.
And you got to do what?
You got to push that down.
Well, show me.
No, I'm not doing it. Joey was hilarious with it last night, though, which is on video. If anybody wants to see it, it's on our fun page. It's on my personal page. It's on Joey the Voice page, and it's on the Rough Edge page. Because it was pretty funny. He sat there and zapping himself over and over.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that dog trying to see if he could get past the electric fence.
Kind of reminded me of the one that peed on the electric fence.
Well, that too. I was not bringing that one up, but yeah. So how about, did you see this morning on the news where they're showing that coyote that attacked a person's dog?
Oh yeah, in front of the kids
in Cobb County or so, and yeah, the lady just said, what if that would have been my child? It would have killed my child.
Yeah.
So now this blows my mind, this next part. So then it says that these animal trappers will relocate this animal for you.
Yeah.
For $2,000. Like an average person just has $2,000 to relocate this animal. I can relocate this animal just fine. I've got a Mossberg 12 gauge. I can put in whatever shell I want, and I'll relocate the hell out of that coyote. Where he gets relocated to may not be, what you want, but if I find that could be a threat, it will be relocated. All right. I mean, we've already been told that the bobcats around here, are growing in population. So do you think for any second that, I'm going to look out my back window and see a big old bobcat and not kill it?
I know. They were in the pasture behind our house. And, I've already had a coyote in my carport.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not just going to shoot it just because it's in the backyard. But if I'm standing out, letting the dogs out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I decide I'm going to take a pee under my deck or something, and I turn around and there sits a bobcat. Pop. That's what you're going to hear, because I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. And not counting my dogs too. My poor dogs would, the vet bill would be out friggin' raises.
Yeah. We're actually wondering, because something attacked Buttercup. it got her good, and we thought it was the dog from the back pasture, and now we're wondering though, since we saw the coyote in the carport, if it was a coyote.
It's highly possible.
Yeah, because
All the land that they've been on all these years is being developed.
Yeah,
And the fact that, people aren't allowed to hunt and do the things they used to do, the population apparently is growing. I mean, duh, if you're seeing more of them, that means there's more of them.
Yeah. And
no,
they're
not
right
one person's
there.
chiming in. I'm kind of surprised nobody's chiming in this morning.
Yeah, they're and they're right there in a neighborhood. And like I said, I live off of Christian Circle, and there was one in my carport. And it's just a regular neighborhood. There's not, well, there is excuse me, there is a man that lives behind us that has a pond and a bunch of land that he used to have goats on, and now he has horses back there. So I mean, it is a very wooded area. We live next to a creek, or there's a creek at the end of the road. A creek. So, we thought we only had to worry about owls and snakes. And a couple of years ago, there was foxes in the neighborhood. They actually had a den in my neighbor's backyard. We took care of them, and now it's coyotes. And we have heard the bobcats in the pasture back there, because they say that sounds like a screaming woman.
That's
like
odd.
A baby crying.
I mean, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, and so we've heard it, and we've seen its eyes, but we have never actually seen a bobcat in the neighborhood. So, but they got to be there if they're around here.
They've already talked about it on the news,
Yeah.
that they exist, and not like it's the dodo bird and we got to prove they exist, but the point is they are saying that, hey, this is a problem in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, and also with the coyote, I wasn't the only neighbor that's seen it. It's been spotted in the neighborhood 2 other times. So there's been 3 different people that have seen this coyote in the neighborhood. So, but it was kind of freaky it being underneath my carport.
Well, I imagine so.
And then yesterday, we were moving my 4-wheeler, and Travis.
That damn 4-wheeler again.
Travis.
I suggest just getting rid of it. Apparently, there's a problem, because that's all we keep hearing is about your 4-wheeler. Apparently, you don't need the 4-wheeler anymore.
Yes, I do. But
I don't believe you. Apparently, there's a problem with your 4-wheeler. Just bring it on over here and let's be done with it.
Okay. Just as long as you don't take it.
Well, you're lucky the water's there now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As long as you don't take, but it probably could. The water right there next to the wall is what, about ankle deep?
Why would I destroy my fish population for your damn 4-wheeler? I need you to leave the key, though. I may need to move it.
Oh, okay.
Onto a trailer.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to bring the title to it too, or the bill of sale too?
Hold on. Just Fun Radio.
Good freaky Friday morning to you.
Good morning.
It is real freaky that your phone says restricted. Are you running from the Olympic bombing again?
Something of that nature.
Hmm.
Oh, you know how trouble follows me, so.
Well, the fact that you tap dance in it could have a little something to do with it.
Well, see, that's the difference. I tap dance in it. I don't jump the rope like you double dutch all the time.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
There you go.
I'm at least cloak and dagger about it. Jeff just does it.
Since it's this early in the morning, I'm going to go ahead and get my pickup line in, since I haven't phoned it in a couple of weeks.
Yes, you're a slacker.
Yeah, I know, but you know how us white boys are.
Well, thank God you put the label on it, not me.
So it is. Excuse me, ma'am. My Johnson just died. May I bury it near the JJ?
Oh, my God. That was horrible.
Yes, it is. And no, that would not work. That'd
I'm
get you
glad-
slapped.
I'm glad that he just does these one-liners that nobody really takes serious.
Yeah. But I can just
word
see.
substitution too.
Yes.
Yes, at least you're good with that now. Yes, so.
Thank God.
But I could so
Yeah.
see you getting slapped for that if you
Probably.
used that on someone.
I don't know. He's still married. He's apparently used it once. Well, not the Johnson, but the pickup line.
But at least you clarified, I guess.
I was just trying to be honest.
Yeah, I've missed your
Oh.
show almost all week. I was out sick Monday. I laid in bed all day Monday, and then trying to play catch up Tuesday, Wednesday because of being out sick, and then I head to New Jersey Sunday, so just running like crazy and couldn't get in the whole show. And every time I was going to call in, I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Man, y'all are changing topics like every 10 seconds, and then with the 8-second delay,
Oh, and you
I didn't
act
know
like
if I
that's surprising.
I didn't know which topic I was going to be on by the time I phoned in.
Hell, I never know myself.
No.
I mean, oh my God, you went to the movies, the Batman characters, who could play this, who could pull off that, and then you switch over
I think
to
Ron
this,
Jeremy would make a great penguin.
I think Danny DeVito.
that. He was the Penguin,
I kind of,
wasn't he?
yeah.
I mean,
And I was I was trying not to just totally laugh at Steph for that one.
That or Joe Pesci.
Yeah, you hadn't seen a whole lot of Joe Pesci lately.
No, you haven't. Yeah, since he got his butt beaten in Casino.
and Buried.
Yep. But I got to enjoy talking to the voice last night. It was pretty awesome show. I had to kind of run the interview from my bedroom.
Dude, you already talk to the voices all the time.
Yeah, those are just the ones in my head. But then again, I need expert advice every now and then.
Oh, is that why you call me?
No,
He treats Steph like a 1-900 number.
Yeah, $9.99 a minute.
Well, if it only takes you that long.
You got change for a quarter.
Oh. So what do you do with the extra 59 minutes and 59 seconds?
Exactly.
There, you got change for a quarter.
I should have known that
Why?
was coming. Steph.
$9.99 a minute. Come on, girl. See that?
Yes,
Dude,
she is.
I was here last night till
Product of West Porterville. I
yeah.
swear.
I'm working on like 5 hours of sleep. I've got my Monster. I'm drinking it. I actually got a Diet Pepsi this morning with the extra caffeine. So I'm trying to get there.
Same here. I woke up I had this weird dream this morning. It's about 2 o'clock, woke me up and couldn't get back to sleep. So I've been up since about 2 a.m. But it is what it is. I'll leave early today.
At least you didn't have butt cheese on you.
Steph, can you get over it?
No.
Can you not just get over it?
Well, she did. She got over it.
She got under it.
Her
She didn't get
hair.
over it. She got under it.
No, it got over on her. All over.
And don't let her fool you, people. She enjoyed every second of it. She was she was trying to smack my butt and was yelling, "Who's your mama? Who's your mama?" So don't let her fool you.
I was trying to get that taser over there. I was going to tase that.
That's not what you was trying to stick there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I heard, and she's like
Ew.
licking her thumb. I was a little
That's gross.
I was a little freaked out.
Oh my God.
It's pretty cool. No, Joey was talking about some of the music he plays. He was talking about the rock and the southernish, and he said every now and then he plays a little bit of 80s rap and all that. So I got a good band that he should play. Since it is a rough edge and it is late at night, he should put on some Body Count.
I have tried to decide if I'm going to let that happen. I actually like Body Count. But it's definitely rough edge. It definitely
is, and some of his songs definitely are not PG.
That's right. We wouldn't be able to play the one that got banned in the United States. Yeah.
Are they they're rap?
What it is
It's Ice,
it's
it's
iced
Ice
tea.
Tea.
Do you not
Uh,
remember there was God, this is gonna be touchy. There was a song that came out many, many moons ago, and then they banned it, like literally banned the song. And it's called Cop Killer.
yeah, I was fixing to ask, is
So-
it Cop Killer?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Yep.
it. But I knew it existed, but yeah, I've never heard it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he came out with it about the time all the Rodney King issues.
Yes. Right around
About-
that time frame.
Oh wow, it's that old?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, shit. But the last decade, he's been doing the NCIS or whatever
Yeah.
that is,
Yeah.
CSI or whatever.
And then didn't he have the reality show with his wife Coco?
Coco went cuckoo? No. Sounds good though.
Coco for Coco's Pops.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Or just pop.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she's a little too much. I think she's over the top. I mean, there's a point of being attractive, being sexy, and there's a point of just being
Nasty.
I wouldn't
basically.
use the word nasty. She's very curvaceous, and if you're the guy that likes that, then that's perfect. But you know, not everybody wants that bubblicious. I mean, she's definitely boobalicious,
She is.
Mm.
and she's a little airheaded too. But who am I to judge?
Yeah, Dolly Parton even asked her if they were mountain grown.
Of course, Jeff's going to throw that out there. Steph, do you not get that? Steph,
No.
do you not know who Coco is?
I know who Coco is. I know how she looks.
Do you-
And you know her booty and her boobies are very large.
Yes.
And he said even Dolly Parton asked if they were mountain grown.
Because that was an old joke way back in the day when Dolly Parton was first out and big. One of the jokes was she was on a TV show and they asked her, "Are they real?" And she goes, "Yes, they're mountain grown." Folgers, remember.
I know Steph's
Okay.
just hitting on all cylinders today.
She
I'm
is.
try-
She was puff passing last night.
no.
Yeah, she was more puff
I
puff
heard you
passed
talking
out.
about it.
No, that was Joey. That was Joey saying that. I was just yeah, I don't
Agreeing.
know. I don't know.
Sure
I
you were.
Steph's
I
just like
can't remember if I
Steph's
was or
just
not.
like pleading the fifth. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I did
Yeah,
not do
Steph,
that,
I
sir.
have no idea what you're talking about. I can already see it now. Steph, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think anybody knows what she's talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
she'll get it figured out one day.
woof woof.
Well, guys, I need
So
to
have
get
a
back
good
to
one.
work.
Yeah, man.
I just needed to phone in. I hadn't talked to you in a while, and
All right.
hopefully get to enjoy the show while I'm up in Jersey. I usually, when I'm up there, try and keep your radio playing
Cool.
the whole time. So
All
try
right.
and
Well,
get
we
you some more.
appreciate you.
Try and get you some more listeners.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna try and
I need all we can
gonna try
get.
and- yeah, definitely. Gonna try and hit Dylan tonight to see the Aaron Hill band. I don't know. We get two of the kids this weekend for Mother's Day, so I
Yeah.
don't know if we're gonna be able to make it up there or not. But I haven't seen her in a while, and it'd be pretty cool. I mean, she puts on a hell of a show. I mean, it's definitely
Oh,
entertaining. And
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
tell
had a blast with it.
I was gonna tell you since you didn't listen last night, that Jeff was saying that Aaron Hill's gonna be playing up there in Gwinnett County tonight. So maybe if we get done early at the thing, we can swing by there.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
What time's your event?
Which one?
Yeah, which
Oh.
one?
So we're gonna be
Uh,
at as funny as this sounds, the world's largest Relay for Life will be at Gwinnett County Fairgrounds tonight doing what's called the Survivors Dinner. They already had over 1,100 survivors RSVP. They're predicting
Wow.
they're predicting 1,800 survivors. This dinner is, I'm not gonna say it's open to the public because I don't know whether it is or isn't,
Yeah.
but it's at the Relay for Life, and it's just gonna be neat
Yeah.
to see that many survivors.
Yeah, of this awful
And it's not like
thing. Yeah.
a like I don't know, ritzy type dinner by any means, but I got to call
Well,
and
you-
find
you-
out about shorts. I'm pretty sure we can because I think half the other people are going to be in shorts.
Yeah, because it's supposed to
You
be
see
hot.
the post? You see the post I shared about the Orlando police department that donated the looked like a Charger, pink Charger,
No,
to one of their
but that
one
would
of
be
their
cool.
officers. Yeah, it was a solid pink Charger they donated to one of the officers that was fighting cancer.
Cool.
So it was. Yeah, I posted it late last night, so you might see it. I shared it
Right.
last night, but it was pretty cool. I mean, for them to do that.
Cool. Well, that's impressive.
Be kind of hard for her to sneak up on people, but
Hey, if you're riding a pink Charger, you don't have to sneak up anyways.
Mm-mm.
exactly. But
All right,
so
man.
anyway, you're doing the relay for life.
Yeah, well, and like I said, it's not going to be the typical relay for life. We will be there.
Right.
But again, what we're doing is this big, this big cool dinner for survivors. I'm sure we're going to bounce through and see a couple of things. But yeah, that's where
What
we're going to
time's
be. And then March we got to be there set up at
By 4.
4, and it's over at like 7:30, and then we'll probably walk around for a few minutes out there in the other parts of stuff and pass out cards.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll probably be there. If you're done, what time are you talking about getting done doing what you're doing?
Well, I get off early today. Bree probably won't be back till about 7 or 8ish from picking up the girls in Dallas.
Okay. Well, if you're bored, come hang out with us while she's doing what she's doing.
I got you. And then
Wear your Just for Fun shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
You can help
and
dance.
Aaron-
I need somebody to help dance with people, with survivors. So
Alrighty.
yeah, man, if you can come help do that.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
don't
usually I
dance.
dance with dead people, so.
I just think
Oh,
I just think that'd be really cool of you being the guy that you are. I think that would be really cool. And I'm not trying to like pressure you to do this. I'm saying for you, I think you would be honored to
No, I got
be up there with
Yeah, I mean-
several survivors and helping them get up to
Mhm.
dance. I think that would just be, and I offer this
Yeah,
to
definitely.
anybody that would like to come with us to do this tonight. I just think it would be really cool. Me and Steph and
Thank you.
Travis and Philip Snow are donating our time to go do this survivors dinner, because you got to think how many people have been on the verge of dying,
Yes.
and now they're putting this dinner on in memory or in honor of these
them, yeah.
people, and in memory for the people that didn't make it. But either way,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean, like my mom. My
yes,
mom ended
your
up
mother,
with breast cancer back in St. Louis
right?
decades ago, and went through the chemo and everything. Had a double mastectomy. Came out of it and was doing fine. Then her husband retired. They moved back here to Georgia, and she wasn't even here, I think, a year. And ended up getting lung cancer, and they think it was basically the same cancer from her breast cancer. And it was so aggressive, and the way it started out, they thought it was pneumonia.
Mm.
And by the time they realized what it was so aggressive, there was nothing at all they could do. So,
That's right. Sneak
I mean, it's
attack.
just-
Oh, yeah.
I mean, definitely. I mean, it just every symptom that she had was pointing towards pneumonia. But when they finally found out, they did one treatment on her, chemo treatment. Said, just don't knock it out, then there's not much that we can do. But she was at Emory, man. Emory was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
the people there were awesome. The nurses.
Mm-hmm.
One of my mom's favorite songs was Georgia on My Mind. And one of the nurses went on the computer and printed up the lyrics and came back in with 3 other nurses and stood at her bed, and all of them sang Georgia on My Mind to her. So
Well,
was
that's
pretty
cool too. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
That really was. I mean, they took exceptional care of her. And my stepdad, he spent every second of the day at the hospital with her. And I was just so busy at the time, it was hard for me getting out. But I took off one day, went down, spent the night so he could get a break. And then my older brother flew out from California, did the same thing, just kind of give him a break. And dude, he'd run home, do some laundry, eat, and he'd come right back. I mean, he'd stay by her side
Of
the entire
course.
time. And when she passed away, I think about a year or so later, he remarried. It's funny because it was my mom's grandparents that set him up with the lady. And he still went by every single day and checked on my grandparents. even
And
though
well,
he just-
family's family, and being in
Exactly.
somebody's family that long, that's who they are to you.
Exactly. So he took good care of my grandparents, and I still talk to him on a regular basis. Some of the jokes that I forward to you are emailed to me from him.
Right.
He's a really good guy. So I don't know if you ever see him. I send them to Yo DJ Scott.
Yeah, I see him here and there. And that's and if I'm correct, that's Damon's daddy too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen or heard of that dude in so long, but I just always remember that's who it was.
Yep. That and his little VW Bug he was always tricking out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's working for I think Toyota or something, or used to, out towards the Dallas and Kennesaw area at one point. I've been married a couple times, had a couple kids.
Mm-hmm. Funny how that works.
Yeah, the other two brothers, jeez. The oldest one builds Target shopping centers, mega rich. The second one is a contractor up in Washington, and he just had an article written about him being the top contractor in Washington. So he's the same thing. He's been traveling the world here the last several months. Every time I look, he's posting Taiwan, this, and Asia and Europe, and he's all over the map and stuff.
Well, that's cool that they're both doing well.
Exactly. I mean, it's what it is, babe. I tell you what, I'm rich and happiness and love. That's where it matters to me.
That's right. Somebody yesterday, I have so many conversations with people. I try to cloak and dagger who I talk to so that I don't put them on the spot. But I just made the comment yesterday. Somebody had addressed the fact about people lying, cheating, stealing, getting over on people, that sort of conversation. And I said, you know what? I'm happy. There was a person at one time that kept saying, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to be bigger and you need to get out of Conyers. You need to do this. And this idiot was too stupid to realize I was already all over the place. I DJ'd all these events. I worked all these bike events. I did all this big stuff. I traveled all over Georgia doing it. I've already been there, done it. And I like where I am now. And I like who I am now. And I'm content with being who I am. And if I continue to grow with the radio station and the popularity continues to grow, that's great. I'll love it. But I'm content with who I am, and I'm content with where I am, and I love my life, and I've not had to cheat, rob, steal, lie, con, trick. I've not had to do any of these things that this fella's had to do to get where I am. And I'm content with who I am because I didn't earn it the wrong way. I worked for what I got. I've not had to con somebody to make somebody believe I'm something more than I am.
Yep.
I let you just see who I am because it's right there for you to see. I'm content. I love who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am. And the fact is, everybody that admires me for me, it's because that's who I really am. So, I'm pretty content,
Exactly. Same here. I mean, shit, I've worked, I was thinking about it. June 1st will make 23 and a half years ago. I started it by design.
Oh, yeah. Time. That's right.
And this is kind of like, it's my baby. I mean, when I started here, the company wasn't but 14 months old.
That's right.
And I mean, they had that small warehouse, which is now the outlet. And I mean, 3 salespeople, and we had 3 employees, and we had built it up to, at one point, we had about 15 employees in the warehouse running it.
Right.
And doing the business. And I know at one point, and you've been there and helped us unload containers.
Oh, yeah. I worked there. Remember, back when you first started, I worked there during the off seasons of electrical work,
Yep. We had one week where it was like our peak season of receiving, that we unloaded 13 40-foot containers in 5 days. It was insane. And they were like, nah, it's not possible. It's not possible. I'm like, dude, it's a mentality.
Right.
You start out your day on a bad note saying it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Right.
I mean, you keep up the positivity like you got. I mean, anything's possible. And so I got in there and looked at all the trucks, what was on each one, playing them all out. And 3 one day, 2 one day, 3 one day, 2 one day, 3 the next.
Right.
And I said, it's managing your manpower while you're doing it, because it was my co-manager that was saying it wasn't possible.
Right.
And so I'd bring in like 3 sofa containers back to back, because they only take 45 minutes to offload. So we get about halfway through it. And at that point, I'd stop 2 of the guys, have them start putting it up into the racks while we continued unloading. So by the time we finished, half of it was already up in the rack. And when an hour later, when the next truck showed up, that first one was already done. It was gone.
Right.
And we just kept rolling that way.
And you kept it rolling.
I mean, yeah, it's just is. So, I mean, I've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this building and raised it up. It's kind of like my kid now. So,
And I remember what was considered your first building, you know what I mean? And then you've moved, you know what I mean? It's so funny to watch that you've moved the buildings like you have.
Oh, that's insane. Our building now is half the size of the other one, or a little less than half the size of it. And trying to function in here is tough, because, I mean, you remember the size of the carpeted area we had for our deliveries. We used to be able to fill it up with deliveries and then use the area around the workbenches where we actually pulled the product to be prepped. And we'd have to stage furniture out there because we had so much. Now I've got half that space and still trying to do the same volume. So it's pretty insane back here, but I guess job security, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, yeah,
All right, man.
I'll see if I can try and swing up there. You said the fairgrounds, right?
Yep. Gwinnett County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll make it, but I'll give it a shot.
It just gives you something to be proud of doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. And if y'all get a chance, whether I make it up there or not, and y'all can swing by and see Erin Hill, I'm sure she would love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's real easy if you
well, the problem is we got somewhere to be. We got to be at the March of Dimes at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we won't be able to stretch out and do too much tonight just because we got so much to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Same here. I got to be at work at 6 tomorrow morning. I get off at 7 tomorrow night, and then I turn around, fly out to Jersey on Sunday, so I lose my only day off.
That's right.
Hanging out at the airport, man. Next week's going to be the same thing. I work pretty much open to close every day next week. Fly back Friday night. Then I work again 6 to 7 in the outlet on Saturday. So I mean, it's like 2 weeks when the day off and the hours that I'll be working and what I'm doing. Just it's taxing. So that's why if I go up, I probably won't hang out that long.
Right.
And just at least just show my face.
I know.
And,
I'm with you.
To support. So.
All right, man.
But y'all have a great day. I know
Yes,
you're
sir.
running past all your commercials. So.
Yep. Well, we try to keep it going, but we can make do.
I got you. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, man. See you later on.
All right.
Bye. Steph, do I need to rub my butt on you again like a lucky coin? Like a lucky rabbit's foot?
Oh my goodness. I was laughing.
Did you were supposed to puff fast. I don't know that you were really supposed to inhale.
And now I snort.
Yeah. Apparently it was the wrong thing. God,
no,
what have you and your husband been up to lately?
It's a picture. It's a picture, and I'm going to share this because I just have to.
Yeah, because you just have to.
Ford's newest model, and it's called the Seahorse.
Oh yeah,
and that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
But you didn't describe to the people what the hell you're looking at. Steph, can I remind you something?
I'm trying.
This is a radio show.
It's a picture of a Mustang that is in water about up to the fenders and the doors open. And yeah, and it's one of the new Mustangs. It's the 2015. And it's funny.
So
I'm fixing to share it.
Speaking of water, they found Blackbeard's ship.
I heard that.
Right there is the picture. They found, it says Blackbeard's ship raised after 293 years off the North Carolina shore.
Wow. So Blackbeard
this
really
anchor
was.
weighed 3,000 pounds, and they just raised it up. Yeah, they showed the top of his treasure chest last night. What?
I was burping. I didn't want to burp in the microphone. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Blame CC's Pizza.
You can't blame CC's Pizza 24 hours later.
Oh, yes, I can. Uh-huh.
So anyhow, Blackbeard is a true thing, and like you've wondered the whole time, was it true?
Well, I thought it was just, yeah, a fictional character.
No, Johnny Depp's character might be fictional, but that's funny.
So you mean Jack Sparrow
if you really
does not
ask,
exist?
are you really asking that?
He didn't exist.
Man, oh man, oh man. So who do you have coming in today that you forgot to remind me about?
Chris Hamrick. He is a local artist from the Gwinnett County area. He actually just sent me a message. He has played on stage. He's opened up for the Swan Brothers. I don't know if you're familiar with who they are. They were on The Voice. Okay, he's
This
opened
is a
up for
radio
them.
show. This ain't me and you sitting on the front porch drinking moonshine. You keep talking because there's still people listening.
I was waiting for you to
I swear,
say something.
I'm gonna zap you. It's just a matter of seconds before I
Do it.
You just told me to do it.
I was just playing.
So am I. You just told me to. You gave me permission. I have all these witnesses that heard
Nah.
you give me permission to zap you.
No, stop it.
I'm gonna catch you when you're not looking.
No.
You just gave me permission and everybody heard it. Go on with the actual story in which you're supposed to be telling.
Well, I know that they will be performing at 5:00 Sports Bar and Grill tomorrow.
Who is
night.
they?
Chris Hamrick and the City Lights.
You just started trying to talk about this other group on The Voice, and you're like, and they will be performing.
Oh, I was saying that's who he's opened up for.
Man, I'm gonna get you.
And
So
yeah, he will be here about 9:00.
okay.
And they will be performing. I'm not sure how many songs they'll be doing, but probably the average at least get 2.
Okay.
So,
And when you say who's gonna be here?
Chris Hamrick and I believe he said one other guitar.
Okay. Just Fun Radio.
Good morning, DJ Johnny.
What's happening, man?
What am I,
nothing,
chopped
I-
liver?
Well, you
Good
smell
morning.
kind of like it.
Right next
Good morning.
I was actually calling in to tell you something. The next time DJ Scotty missed the hands, zap his ring.
Zap his ring.
She tries not to get close enough to me like that. She's scared. Every time she gets that close, she's scared of what happens to her.
Yes.
Well, DJ Scotty, it's because you're such a daredevil.
Right.
I don't know if I'd say that.
So, what's going on with you guys this weekend?
A lot of stuff. We have the Relay for Life tonight up at Gwinnett County Fairgrounds, and then we have the March of Dimes. What is it? Walkathon? Is that what they still call it?
Yes.
Or is
Tomorrow morning,
Yes, tomorrow morning.
7 to 12.
Yes.
That's cool. Hey, dude, I don't know if you got my text message, but I'm giving you permission on the radio to read my Facebook post.
I remember seeing that, but I've been a little busy this morning. But thank you.
Okay.
Um,
I'm missing
and I-
something here.
Just get to your point, Drew. Since you're apparently telling me to read your stuff over air, what is your point?
I want you to read my Facebook status.
And I just said, tell us.
Oh.
What is it? Just go ahead and tell us. You want? Apparently, you're asking me to read it. You just told me to read it, so just tell me what it says.
Well, in case you already didn't know, today I'm coaching my last and final softball practice for a while.
Okay.
And why?
Because I will not be able to go to Utah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And what's Utah got to do with it? You're like setting us up to ask more questions.
Utah is where the Nationals are going to be held.
Okay, I feel like I'm talking to Steph. So to get this right, Redneck Drew, your softball team apparently has won enough matches, games, however you want to word it, to now they're going to a tournament in Utah, and you're not going to be able to go.
Right.
10-4.
Exactly.
You and Steph could have had this conversation. Y'all both would have understood each other.
Order up.
So, congratulations though on the fact that they're going to that.
Yes. Like I'm extremely happy. Nothing would make me prouder to see them come home with a championship ring. But we still got a lot. We still got a lot of game left in us. So
Right. I'm sure.
just keep us in prayer.
Yes, sir. Certainly will, sir.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna shoot off these commercials, get some stuff done. Holla if anything comes back up.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
See you later. All right, everybody. We're gonna shoot off the commercial. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Yeah, I'm lost for words. I was trying to figure out what I was fixing to do, but then I'm just kind of like, it's one of those moments where I just forgot what I was doing. I don't know.
You
what
had
to
a
tell
Steffi
you.
moment.
I had, yeah. Well, you know what it is. It was too much redneck crap for a couple seconds, and it jarred my mind for a second.
Overwhelmed
Yeah,
you.
it was. All right, everybody. It's just fun. We'll be right back. Give us just a few seconds. Well, more than a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Dang it! Bye. So look. What? Problem is, all this has already been
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks just like
Yep.
full throttle.
Yep.
If you're not first, you're last. You get what I mean?
This ain't still gonna do what.
Yes. How come their names aren't in it? Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, there's two of them coming. with Chris Hamrick. Katie Wolf contacted me and wants to come in next week.
Okay.
She wants to come in one day next week.
Just remind me a day before too.
I got to get with it because she was wanting to come in Tuesday, but I need to check with Oz and Mike Myers because he wanted to come in the same time Oz was coming in to talk about the street ball. So I need to make sure that it's not that day. So I need to send Mike a message.
So these two guys, okay, what I'll do is like send these two lines. Recover.
Okay. And they're from the Decula area. So, and he said a friend of theirs had told them about the station. And he contacted the Facebook page. And yeah. So he actually contacted us to come on here. So yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And we're back
We're back.
for now.
Back in the saddle again.
For now.
Yeah.
For now. We'll see what happens. But for now, just saying. For now. I don't know anything else. But for now. What are you laughing at?
Because you remind me of Joey last night. Every time I'd say something,
What?
the very last thing I would say, the last word that came out of my mouth, he kept repeating it. Like
Repeating what?
the last word I would say.
The last word that you're talking about?
Yeah. Like
that?
uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
right now?
if I said something, he would say something.
Just for fun?
Long time no hear.
You're a douchebag.
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Doing all right. I had a question
I may have an
might have an
answer.
answer.
or a statement.
Okay.
I think it's kind of funny, Stephanie making the comment to Drew, what am I, chopped liver, because he didn't acknowledge her when he called in.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I make a comment on her post and a friend asks where she got the shirt, she goes, oh, a listener
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if
had
you
it made
wanted.
for me.
Yeah. You like that, don't you? You like that, huh? Makes you feel
Yeah, so-
good. Makes you feel good
Yeah.
to know she thinks so highly of you.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to divulge who it was or not. Because
Oh my
now
gosh,
you
I
see,
thought-
Now you know the
I'm-
next shirt you get, you need to get her, and on the back say, bought by Jeff.
or bought by a listener. Yeah.
No, that's what got you in this problem, Stephanie.
Well, I already have to go get a shirt in honor of freaking Jagged Edge. 'Cause
Well, because you signed
I'm-
the contract for me.
I'm his until AJ wins the belt back. I guess I don't know. He didn't put any stipulations on that part. I guess AJ has to win me back. I don't know. But I did
She did go back
Say-
and clarify.
and then what happened?
She went back and clarified, yeah, it's a good listener, a friend.
Well, no.
Oh, I don't care, I mean.
No, I'm talking about once they found out who did the shirt, how many people started saying that they wanted you to get them one? Hmm?
I told them next time the phone in the order before I go, I'll pick them up. I do a little small upcharge. I ain't going to try and rip 'em
Small.
off.
Small upcharge.
You'll charge them for the gas.
Oh, I mean, if I'm up there already, I'm not worried about that part of it.
It was a joke, Jeff.
Anyway, I just had to clarify that you're not chopped liver. I
Well,
like
thank
chopped steak, but have
Well,
a great day, guys.
Take care, brother.
Bye.
Sorry, I'm eating a tongue.
Yeah, I did that before you came down. As I'm telling you, it was Cece's yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or the burger at Dairy Queen wasn't greasy.
Look, man, I was walking, no lie. You know, I ate thin crust pizza, and I didn't eat that much. So I left and went to Lowe's,
Mm-hmm.
and I was walking around in Lowe's, and I was like, you know, I can't stand that full feeling on my stomach anymore, right? So I'm walking through Lowe's. I'm like, man, thank God I didn't eat too much. Thank God I don't feel bad. My stomach doesn't hurt, blah, 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 blah. So I'm walking through Lowe's the whole time talking about how good, I'm thinking to myself, you know, how much better I feel because I didn't eat too much. I didn't overeat. And as I'm walking to checkout, I go, "Grr," and burp. I was like, God, man, no way. Then I'm like feeling bloated in my stomach. My stomach started hurting. I had heartburn. I was burping. So then I realized I'm going to start instead of eating Tums all the time, I'm going to start taking Gas-X pills.
Yeah.
And see if that's why my stomach's all garbled up. It sucks getting old, people.
But it's too funny how you're feeling that way. Travis is
I
feeling
won't go
that
back.
way.
I will not go back and eat there ever again.
I'm feeling that way. I wonder if Heat's feeling that
I
way.
don't know, but I'm just not going back there to eat. And it's nothing against these
Cece,
cats. They
yes.
might not have done anything. It could be that there's nothing wrong with the food. But let me just tell you, God, man.
Oh, my stomach is hurting like you would not
I just
believe.
won't. I'm just not going to eat pizza from CC's anymore. And again, it's not CC's. Y'all can love it and eat it all you want. I'm just not going back.
Mm-mm. I don't think we will, but
Don't
you know.
lie. You eat that place like it's an IV bag of friggin' antibiotics. You can't
Well,
go a week without CC's pizza.
as much as Ashley, because Ashley can sit and eat a whole
Ashley's 20 years old. Come on.
pizza, 21, a whole pizza by herself.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
What? Why?
Who cares if she's 21 and a half?
No,
The point,
she's-
squirrel, the point was you're eating nasty, greasy pizza. And I'm saying, yeah, because she's 20.
Yeah.
She's
she
in her
loves it.
20s. It did.
Yeah.
No, she's 21. Shut the halo up.
You're a douchebag.
You're just trying to prove you know something. Stay on topic.
Nuh-uh.
The topic was eating bad food, and then you got a squirrel.
Oh, I just got from Heath that yeah, his stomach's been messed up too.
See? So maybe there was, we hate to say that there was something wrong with the food, but if everybody's feeling sick, you draw your own conclusion.
And you didn't have a salad, right? You just strictly ate the pizza.
No, you tried to toss my salad later.
No,
last night.
I did not.
You did. I
No, I
heard
did not.
I heard the when you licked your thumb. I'm just saying. Steph
So-
tried to give me a cucumber.
I'm getting from Nick Priest, the lead singer of
Yes.
Years of Sorrow, that yesterday Slash mentioned he may consider a Guns N' Roses reunion.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I just saw a picture. I was scrolling and I saw a picture. It's a young picture of Axel and Slash together. You know, look, put your differences aside. Maybe you
Mhm.
don't need the money. Maybe you got enough money and you don't need any money. But I know when David Lee Roth and Van Halen did their tour,
Mhm.
they made a killing.
And they squashed their differences.
Squashed their differences long enough to do the tour. So maybe somebody else can do that.
Yeah, because Guns N' Roses, 'cause, you know, of course, Axel kept the Guns N' Roses going, but I love Guns N' Roses now, but they suck.
What?
I mean, they suck. The
Ooh.
the Guns N' Roses with Axel.
So you're saying where they are now?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, let me flip my ring around so I can decode what it is you're saying.
You didn't listen to everything. I need to get you one of those
No,
shirts
you just
like
said-
Travis.
Oh yeah, I love them to death, but they suck.
I said,
Well,
yeah, I said Axel kept the Guns N' Roses going, but the Guns N' Roses that he has, and I love them to death, but it sucks.
mm-hmm.
I love the old
you're just a
Appetite
hater,
for
ain't you?
Destruction and
Just a
use-
hater.
Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. The Spaghetti Incident, that bombed. That was an awful
What the
record.
hell are you talking? There's a record called Spaghetti.
Yes.
Well, that just goes to prove how much it bombed because I never heard of an album called Spaghetti.
well,
Makes me hungry, but I didn't know anything about it.
and the one that had Patience on it, I liked that.
Yeah, that's GNR Lies.
Yes. I was trying to see how many albums they had.
And they were great when they came out with that November. It was a hit. I know it was. The video did incredible. The the MTV part of it went great, but they kind of lost their sizzle when they did that November Rain or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, it was called The Spaghetti Incident. Came out in 1993. And then there was Chinese
That explains the
Democracy.
dreadlocks on his hair. That was the Spaghetti Incident.
And they also had Chinese Democracy in 2008, which I don't think I even heard anything off of it.
I don't know what to tell you. And Slash was part of that Velvet Revolver that had a couple of good songs.
Yeah, because the lead singer was also from
Stone Temple Pilots.
Yes, Stone Temple Pilots. And Izzy Stradlin, who was the
Mhm.
rhythm guitarist for Guns N' Roses, had
He was part of that too, by the way.
yeah, but he also had another band, something Dogs. I can't remember the name of it, but they were pretty decent. And then of course, Steven Adler, the drummer, he's had a couple of bad strokes.
Yeah. He was
And-
also on Celebrity Rehab. We watched him for several years battling his drug addiction.
And then Duff McKagan, he also, I think he also was in Velvet Revolver.
Velvet Revolver was basically Guns N' Roses with a different singer.
Yeah, was Stone Temple Pilots singer. Yeah.
Yes. But then they had to let him go because he's a loose cannon.
Yes. And he was on drugs real bad too, wasn't he? Yes. Let's see. Nick says Chinese Democracy was great, but just not worth waiting so long.
What was it, a 14-minute song? Ba-doom-boom. Sorry. After November Rain, I have to joke.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because that was a very long song.
I like GNR Lives where one side you had some cool songs and then the other side, because it was cassettes back then. And on the other side was the harder, crazier stuff.
Yeah, and Nick just told me Izzy Stradlin's band was Juju Hounds.
Okay.
Which like I said, they had a couple of good songs. And so, let me get back to this news story that I had pulled up.
Yes, you tried that.
Adults only hotel causes controversy in Cumming. Plans to build.
I don't even know if you're saying adult hotel and Cumming in the same sentence is acceptable.
Cumming, Georgia.
Just saying. It's right down the street from Throbbins Air Force Base.
Okay, let me get my composure so I can try this again. Plans to build an adults-only hotel in Cumming are not sitting well with some neighbors. The hotel's developer says it will be good for the neighborhood. The property in question is on Antioch Road in Cumming, which the Ohio developer wants to build a 25-room adults-only hotel. The problem is, for some people, it's directly next to a church.
The biggest question that everybody's having with that conversation is, what is going to be your definition of adults only hotel? He's just trying to say that he's going to be a slightly upper class vacation getaway for adults.
Yes.
But what is that really? In cloak and dagger terms, what are you trying to say?
Well, he says that
it's a catch-22 because he's not going to divulge everything.
Yes, he says that it's going to be a upscale place, and there will not be any criminals or less than wholesome crowd there. It's going to be a 5-star getaway for couples. So I say, if it's going to be like that, do it.
Yeah, but there's just the big questions that everybody's having. I mean, what is the red flag that's already went up that's freaking the church out? So is there already some inside information that's been leaked that may or may not insinuate a sleazy hotel? I mean, what has been said? Because in just regular calling it an adult hotel shouldn't mean anything unless something else has popped up. Literally. Just saying.
Well, I was going to take a drink.
Shipper brains.
Oh! Yeah, because, he says he already owns one outside of Toledo, Ohio. And
So maybe they've seen what he's done outside of Toledo. Maybe there's something about the other one that has been investigated and is making the church go, yeah, we don't need this here.
Yeah, or if they just feel uncomfortable with the fact of it saying adults only.
I don't know. I'm just saying there has to be something. People don't just generally draw a weird opinion on something if they've not already seen something look weird to begin with.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe there is something.
I didn't call Jacob a weirdo the first time that I talked to him on the phone. It was the second time I talked to Jacob on the phone that I called him a weirdo.
Don't lie. You know,
Just
you
saying.
did the first time.
Just saying, that's you have to draw a conclusion. Speaking of weirdos, somebody keeps sending me basically somebody has too much time on their hand. They keep sending me all these crazy text messages.
And you don't know who it is?
Oh, I know exactly who it is. I was trying to not spit their name out
Oh,
like that. Like that.
like that.
Right there.
But why not?
So what else you got, man?
Twins have different fathers. Judge finds in paternity case. A paternity case involving a set of twins had a surprise ending worthy of a daytime talk TV show. The girls have different dads. A judge ruled Monday in a paternity case that the man from whom the twins' mother sought child support has to pay for only one of the children. A DNA test showed that he was almost certainly the father of one twin, but wasn't the father of the other. It is rare for a woman to give birth to twins with different fathers. But however, it can happen when the woman has sexual intercourse with two men in the same menstrual cycle and two of her eggs are fertilized
I've heard
separately
this,
by each man.
but never heard it as a true story. I've heard tell of this. You know, when somebody says I've heard, but yeah, I've not actually heard this way.
According to the DNA test that was conducted, he was found to be the father of one, but not the other, and was ruled to pay $28 per week.
It's not bad.
Now I've heard
I paid back when my daughter was born. I was paying $100 a week. So I mean, you know, hey, $28 a week ain't so bad.
But she said the mother in her testimony said that she had sex with both men within a week. So, you know, I've heard of a particular case where the woman was being artificially inseminated and the doctor didn't sterilize everything. He used the same stuff that he had used on another patient, and there was sperm still in it. And one of her children was biracial and one of her children was white. So, and of course they had two different fathers. Now I've heard of it happening like that, but I've never heard of it happening where it was like this.
Well, either way, there was two different donors.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Boom, boom.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah. And it doesn't say, I guess they would have to be fraternal and not identical if they had two separate fathers.
I'm trying to leave you alone on that one.
Why?
I'm gonna go buy some black khakis. That's all I hear in the back of my head. They look alike. They're just different colors, Scotty. That's just what I expected to hear. So they would have to be fraternal because they couldn't be identical because they got two different daddies. Steph, did you really think about that before you said it?
No, that's my problem.
Oh my God. Hey, it's just DNA. I don't know what else to tell you. Stephanie's family shares a lot of DNA.
Nuh-uh. Yeah, and I need to see if, because, you know, Dawn and the kids were there with us yesterday also. I need to see if they're okay this morning.
Yeah, you probably could text.
Yeah. So.
Good Lord. Did anybody see the picture I posted of Stephanie's relative yesterday? Had his shirt on backwards. But at least it was a real pocket.
Yes.
So, I mean, even though it was on backwards, it was a real pocket. Stephanie apparently wears shirts without real pockets. So, half a dozen which another.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
I just did that too. I'm telling you. At least I didn't go to the hospital again with food poisoning. That would have sucked.
Jinx us, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and we all had. Well, you had the pepperoni and sausage one, the thin crust one, right? I had the thin crust
one, but then I had a couple of the Hawaiian pieces.
Now Travis ate the Hawaiian,
but it was two different ones. Like when I first got there, I took 2 slices and then I ate the thin crust, and then I went back for a second plate, and they had put another one on the on the buffet. But the thing is if somebody uses a spatula to get a slice from one pizza and walks over and gets a slice from another pizza, you can cross contaminate. So if something was to get contaminated and food poisoning, that would explain how it went to different pizzas and different people could be sick.
Yeah, because you and I ate, because I ate the thin crust also, and then I had the new chicken one. So yeah. That's
Okay, anything
good.
else?
Florida principal caught with student in pot-filled car. The principal.
Was Clinton being a substitute teacher?
The principal of the Mavericks High.
There you go. That word maverick. That explains a lot.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I found this and was reading this earlier. The principal of the Mavericks High of Palm Springs Charter School has been suspended after police say they caught her in a marijuana-filled car with one of her students. Christy Morton was arrested Wednesday after cops received a call about possible sexual activity in a parking lot.
No, I wasn't hitting that. I was hitting that. What, ma'am? I wasn't hitting that. I was hitting on that joint.
Oh.
Just for fun radio.
Hey,
Well, hey.
I just wanted to comment on the Cece's Pizza thing.
Okay.
Oh.
See, that's why I have my pizzas delivered to the table.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, that necessarily doesn't keep anything.
That
from
doesn't
happening.
mean anything because
That's true.
because listen, if the person pulls a pizza out of the oven, picks up the thing to slice the pizza with, and he's already used it on 15 pizzas, he could be contaminating 15 pizzas. So whether they bring it to your table or not, do you know what the difference is of them bringing it to you? You didn't get up to go get food poisoning, you had it delivered. That's the only
Yep.
difference.
I know. So I
You
guess
saved yourself a walk up to the buffet to get your food poisoned. That's all you did. Hey, I'll take that food poison to go.
Well,
I want that whole thing. Don't share my food poison with nobody. Bring the whole thing right here to the table.
I guess you could say this then. One's half 86 of the other.
What?
Huh?
I said one's half 86 of the other.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to prove that anything can happen. It is fast food. And I found out after getting food poisoning the first time about how cross-contaminating, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't you just say it? You were such a
sorry.
redneck, white trash, inbred
Because
sister.
you were talking, and so I just
So
got
instead of Steph saying any word about what we're talking about, hold on, Drew. She just takes her phone and shoves it up in my face like I'm supposed to know what she's talking about. You were so redneck. Oh my God.
Ow. Well, I just got from my sister-in-law who also
It's your
ate.
cousin.
Who also ate
Who is your cousin?
with us
Who's also
yesterday.
your cousin?
Yes, why? So, because I asked her if her and the kids were okay this morning. And so,
Oh my God. So she's okay
yeah,
so far.
so far.
Okay, children. Bye.
Bye. All right, we're gonna shoot out the commercial. It's pee break time, anyways.
Yes. And our guest should be getting here
All right, look,
shortly.
I got a Slick Rick song. I was in the mood for Slick Rick. We'll be right back, everybody.
Slick Rick.
And we're back for more.
That's a good song.
So anyhow,
So you don't watch The Price is Right, do you?
nope. The price is wrong, Bob.
Well, the other day they had a contestant on that she was in a wheelchair. She got up on the stage. She won the prizes, and one of the prizes was a treadmill. So they're under fire. They're being criticized for offering a woman in a wheelchair a treadmill. And she was on Jimmy Kimmel Live and was talking about it. And she said, how do you use a treadmill if you have no feet?
right.
So, and they also gave her a sauna. She also won a sauna, which, I guess the sauna could be used better than the treadmill, of course. But yeah, that's all over. That's all over the news.
All over the news, huh?
Yes, about how they're being criticized. They find that to be offensive that they offered someone in a wheelchair a treadmill.
Question, I suppose. Did the woman just happen to come out of the audience and she was in a wheelchair?
Yes.
And how did she come about coming to the audience? Was she called the next contestant and she comes down there and bids?
Yes, and won that bid, which got her up on stage for the bigger prizes.
Which is already set up.
Yes.
But the problem is all these prizes are already set up.
Yes.
They have no control over the fact that she happened to be the one in the wheelchair and she happened to be the one to win.
Correct. So it's it's not really their
It's
fault.
not anybody's.
It's not.
It's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
It's not her fault for being in a wheelchair. It's not their fault for trying to give her a treadmill. It was already set up.
Yes. That. And yes, Jacob.
And I'm sure there's somebody she knows that needs to walk their little butts off on a treadmill.
Well, she says at this point in time, she's gonna keep the treadmill because it's got her all over the TV. So now it's just kind of a joke. And she said she's gonna take the treadmill home and use it like everybody else uses their treadmill and hang her clothes on it.
Wow. There you go. Because that's needed.
Yeah, they her and her friends, they're joking about it now and saying, well, at least it's not rigged.
Yeah, because you can't really be mad. It's all set up ahead of time in advance. It's already staged. All the prizes are set up. They already have it where they have them on the rolling carts or whatever. Like there's a little square stage thing that has wheels on it, and they'll have the washer and dryer already set on it. And then when the curtains draw close, somebody rolls it out because it's already in the staged area. It's already written down at what time frame it's to be rolled out. All this stuff is already pre-arranged.
Yes.
They can't control the fact that lady just happened to be the next contestant on The Price is Wrong, Bob.
Roll it on down.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't give her jet ski, roller skates, hacky sack. I mean, it could have been worse.
Yeah. I guess it could have been.
I mean, they could have gave her rollerblades.
I mean, at least out of the prizes that she
What if
won,
they'd have gave her a soccer ball? How about running shoes? If they'd have gave her
That's what I was fixing to say.
they'd have gave her some track shoes, some Nike track shoes. Would she have been insulted then?
Because sometimes, as one of their prizes, they give you
A jogging outfit? Would that insult her?
but they give you like the more expensive designer shoes.
What if-
the high
what if-
heels. And all.
What if she'd have won a mountain bike?
She could have sold
Snow skis. What would she have done then? I'm just saying, they're not in control of that.
it.
What she should have won was a big orange flag for her wheelchair.
Yeah, that would have been funny. That would have
But
been
that would have
funny.
got him in trouble though.
How?
If they'd have gave her some gloves to roll her wheelchair in and a red flag or orange flag, caution flag, like you put on the back of a go-kart, that they would have said was mean and cruel.
That's true. That's really true. Yeah.
Here's
That
a year's
would've-
supply of catheter bags.
Oh.
Lifetime supply of Depends. And people can say what they want. I'm making jokes about it. But I took care of my uncle who was a quadriplegic. I took care of him for 12 years. Let me tell you how funny it is when you're at a bike week and you walk over to the side of the building where all the other people are peeing and you're dumping a bag. And they just look like all these other guys are drunk on the side of this building peeing. And then you just open a bag and they're just looking at you like, how'd he do that? I need one of them.
Oh my God.
I need a bag like that. I can wear it in my boot. Imagine how much drinking I could get done then. I would never have to leave the bar. I just pee right where I sit and fill it right back up. Bartender, I just peed. I'll take another beer. Oh my God.
But I'm here to tell you though.
You're here to tell me,
to
huh?
get a year's supply of Depends. That is a prize. Trust me.
well,
that is a prize.
That depends. What if you don't want that?
I would love to have that.
Not most people. Most people,
Not for me.
most people would not be on the radio saying, I would love to get a lifetime supply of Depends, Stephanie. Everybody should be watching video. She is embarrassed and she's like turning red.
Not for me.
I would be honored to have a lifetime. Depends. Yeah. And now you just realized what you said.
Yeah, because even though I've said it numerous times, a lot of people don't realize that or know that I have a daughter in a wheelchair that still she uses those. And so yes, I would love to have.
Listen to that. You sound like a person talking about a Cadillac. I'd love to have one.
Only if Matthew McConaughey's driving it.
No, that's a Lincoln. Because he drove them before they were cool.
Oh yeah, it is a Lincoln, isn't it?
You know, Matthew, you can say that you drove Lincolns before it was cool. You can say that. But I'm pretty sure the check they wrote you is why you're saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows how this world works. You wouldn't be up there doing that commercial if you weren't getting paid.
Money, 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 money.
Or you weren't hurting for money enough that you needed to do a commercial.
You know, he needs to buy more apples.
I have no idea what he needs to buy.
Well, that's how he smokes his weed.
I don't know none of that.
Or no, he needs more bongos.
I know none. I don't know any of that information. You might. Maybe you read the Dope Smoker's Handbook or something. I don't know. I don't see how that could even be a Dope Smoker's Handbook. You know why?
Why?
Because they'd always be ripping the pages out, rolling up another one. Hey man, we're missing pages 36 to 72. Well, I didn't have any rolling papers, dude. I just see it that way. The Dope Smoker's Handbook. There would have to be like 100 pages of fresh, clean, thin pages at the end. So you could just go ahead and write what you want in there as like after notes and then just smoke them later.
I had someone tell me one time, and I told them they were so wrong for this, that they didn't have rolling papers, so they didn't have anything else to use. So, you know, the back pages that are in the Bible that are blank, where you're supposed to write notes on,
Mm-hmm.
they ripped one out of the Bible and used it.
Woo! Something about smoking a Bible page is just not cool.
No, not at all. I told them, I said, y'all are going to hell for that.
And when you inhale, what in the world would you
What
be sucking in?
King.
It's
I
like
don't
I've
know.
seen people smoke newspaper, and I'm like, dude, you know there's ink in that, right? Like, have
Right.
you not used your brain?
It's crazy. And I want to know how it burned to begin with, because I thought they were treated with something
What?
to keep them from burning the Bible page.
I don't.
Well, because you
What?
know, a Bible never, if you have a fire, I've never seen a Bible that was burned up in a fire.
It could just be because it's a Bible, Stephanie.
It's the same thing.
Stephanie,
Well,
maybe it just didn't burn because it's the Holy Bible. That's why it didn't burn in the fire. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's a chemical put on it to keep it from burning. It just may be because it's the Bible.
I don't know.
The
I
fact that I'm making you even have to think about this is crazy. Paging Military Mike. Paging Military Mike. Do you have an answer for Stephanie?
Oh my gosh.
Is there
really?
a way to burn a Bible?
And I just got those pages are there for in case of emergencies only.
What are we talking about?
The Bible pages. So apparently there's more than one person out there that's done that, that's rolled a joint with a Bible page.
Look, man, when these people are hung up for a damn joint, they gonna roll up whatever they can.
Y'all are awful.
People smoke banana peels, right?
How they smoke banana peels?
I don't know. How
Banana
did y'all
peel.
do it? I just hear tell of it.
I didn't smoke a banana peel.
Well, I just heard that you can. Hell, I didn't know that people smoked apples.
Yeah, shoot, Miley Cyrus, they have her on video doing it.
Miley Cyrus has smoked 14 camels today and 33 apples. How's this possible? News at 11. I don't get it. But look, I've seen people crush up a beer can and smoke out of the bottom of a beer can. If you want to smoke bad enough, you're going to figure out a way.
But the Bible, come on now, people. The Bible. I guess, I don't know.
Well, people have tried to say that the Indians smoked their stuff and that over all these millions of years, society has smoked all these other things. Who am I? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I am not a connoisseur of the smoking world. Like somebody the other day had sent a picture to the Just for Fun page making a joke about a bud.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at this going, what's this cactus looking thing? And one of my friends says, that's a big bud. And I went, a big bud of what? And they're like, that's weed. I was like, oh.
And they
Yeah.
posted it on
No, they sent it in a private message.
oh,
I'm
okay.
like, that looks like a cactus. They said, that's when it's good. Oh, okay. I see a Corvette and I go, hell yeah. I don't see a bud and go, hell yeah. Now, if I was thirsty enough and saw a Budweiser, I might say, hell yeah. But no, a Corvette, yes. Weed, no. I have no interest. I'm effed up enough. I don't think I need any help. Some people say I need to be on some stuff just to fix the crazy that I am, but I'm content with who I am. I like it.
If you fix the crazy that you are, then it wouldn't be just for fun anymore.
Well, some of those people will argue that. They'll tell you they're smoking it just for fun.
Oh my gosh. And now I'm hearing that people have used tampon wrappers also.
Well, yeah, that's thin paper. I could see that. I could see anybody using anything. I've seen somebody back in the high school days roll up yellow notebook paper, just rip it out of a pad and smoke it.
Wow.
I mean, I just see that if you need it, you'll do it. Alcoholics will go through whatever to get what they need to. Crack addicts will do what they need to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't realize this until somebody at the convenience store told me. There's these little glass things with this little fake rose in it, and everybody kept talking about this little glass thing, and I didn't know that they sell that and people smoke their rock in it.
Oh, the little vials that have the rose in it. Is that what you're talking
That's
about?
what I just said.
Yeah.
I had no idea that's what it was for. I didn't. Why would I know that? I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either until somebody. What is it they call that? They have a term for it, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And yeah, then they later explained to me.
Yeah, I was just
like,
blown away. They said, "Well, you know what that's for, right?" And I'm like, "No." And they said, "That's what you smoke rock with." And I went, "And they sell it at convenience stores?" And they said, "Well, they sell it as a novelty item." So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't know they sold in convenience store. Hell, they're selling synthetic marijuana. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, now they're trying to put a stop to it, but they're selling synthetic marijuana at stores.
Well, it's supposed to be against the law everywhere here in Georgia.
Yes,
now,
I know that, but I'm just looking at like
Yeah.
they did then. Let me word it that way. They did. They're trying to stop everybody, but who would have thought? I don't know. I mean, who would have thought? Like, I didn't think about the people back in my day when I worked at Drug Emporium who were spraying Scotch Guard on an apron and huffing Scotch Guard. I'm like, don't you put that stuff on your fabric and your carpets to protect it? Yeah. And it's supposed to stop liquids and stuff from staining carpets? Yeah. You're sucking that in on the inside of your lungs.
Yep. Well, that's like people.
Well, it feels good. But you're sucking the same stuff that's a chemical to protect carpet. You're putting it on the inside of your lungs. Do you not think about what that could be doing to your lungs?
Right.
I don't get it.
And it's like people huffing the Freon in the air conditioners.
I've seen that. I watched a guy pass out on one of my couches one time.
I actually had a
It was
family.
an HVAC guy, and the joke was everybody had been doing whippets. He said, watch this, and he goes out there, gets the green tank, comes back in. His buddy Ricky goes, and we watched Ricky fall back on the couch, and I thought we fixed to have to call 911. I looked at them. I said, don't you ever do that in my house again. Because, A, there's going to be the dead body laying on my sofa. That was like 1990 when that happened.
Shoot, I know of
Move it on down the road, Bubba. Move it on down the road. We don't need this crap here.
I know of someone that huffs the can of air that you get to clean out your computers. You know, you spray it on the computers to clean it out. I know of a kid that did that.
For what?
They were huffing the air to get high.
You're getting high off air? Apparently,
I didn't.
apparently, there's not enough going to his brain already. He should just stick it right in his nose and just push the top of the lid. Apparently, he's got a lack of oxygen to his brain.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely crazy. Because that's all it is air. I mean, I guess.
Well, they need to go drink some antifreeze, maybe to make them feel better. A little small dose of antifreeze, maybe that'll take care of you.
Maybe
Make you feel better. That's what I'm talking about. You want to get high? You go right ahead. Don't do it at my house, and don't do it around me where I have to answer to your mistakes.
I mean, these kids these days, some of the stuff that they come up with to
get high.
Yeah. Like back when my daughter was in school, she said the kids were sniffing Kool-Aid.
What the hell? What is that? What is there?
They called it Happy Crack.
Now, I've heard somebody make a joke about Happy Crack, but I didn't know what it was. They're sniffing Kool-Aid.
They were sniffing Kool-Aid.
For what reason?
I guess it gave them a sugar rush, maybe. I don't know. And
there's no sugar. There's no sugar in it.
Oh, no, they mixed it with sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, they mixed it with sugar.
Then why didn't they just snort sugar?
Why didn't they just put it in a cup and drink it?
Snorting Kool-Aid.
Snorting Kool-Aid. And she said it's the red ones because the red ones, when you snort it, it doesn't look funny in your nose. It doesn't, like if you sniffed blue,
you'd look like you just snorted a Smurf's ace. I get it.
Yeah. So it was either yellow
so
or red.
you should have snorted Happy Smurf. That would have been your Happy Crack.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
you want to feel Smurfy. There you go, baby. I don't advise sniffing Grumpy Smurf's ace. I don't know that he's washed it lately. And maybe don't sniff Smurf head either. That could lead to a disaster. All right, what else you got? We'll shoot off the commercial in just a second.
Yeah, because our guest should be here any minute now because they at 8:42 said he was about 5 minutes out. So,
okay.
So
what else do you have today?
Well,
We've not. I can tell it's Friday. Like I'm feeling it, and we're still gonna be. God, man, we're gonna be feeling it all day. Like we have to by 2:00. Everybody has to be. Ooh.
We gotta load.
We gotta load the bus. Yeah, that means like 1:30 because we got to load the bus. I didn't even think about loading.
Well, I guess as I'm taking Ashley, because I can't.
You just drop him off here.
Yeah, and then
We got to get loaded. I didn't even think about loading because I kept
Yeah.
saying I didn't have to. Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, 1:30. We'll have to get loaded.
okay,
Speaking of happy crack,
we gonna get loaded.
man. All right, y'all. We're gonna shoot off to a song. Some people should be here in just a few seconds. Everybody, hang tight. It's just for fun in the morning. I can definitely feel that it's Friday.
And
Good Lord.
we gotta get woke up.
Well, yesterday I had to go get a second cup of coffee. I mean, I just like literally, I was just feeling it yesterday.
Well, you're still adjusting.
I'm still adjusting, man. It
back to-
sucks. Like no lie, at 9:30 last night, I was asleep. My wife's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Trying to stay awake," and I couldn't help it. There was just nothing I could do. It was what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I wished I would have
the only
went.
answer there
I wished
was.
I would have been asleep at 9:30 last night. That usually is about my bedtime, 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I was here.
Okay.
The show.
We'll shoot off the song, everybody. We'll be right back. It's just for fun in the friggin' morning.
Yeah. Let me go. I think they're here.
Hey, is Emmy's car still here? Huh? Okay. I had to make sure she was at work. What the hell are you asking?
I need you to tell them.
I need English. Why don't you just give them the address?
I did. I did. But they're on the Underwood, where'd you say, Underwood Drive and Underwood Court? And I don't know where that is. You know where that is? Well, it's 3458 Underwood
Road.
Road. So he said to see about putting it in your GPS.
You have to send the full address.
It's coming up with what?
Underwood, one word.
He's putting it in the GPS. It's not going to work. I don't know.
Underwood, one word.
Yeah, Underwood one word. Do you know where Salem High School is? See if you could put it, because we're right across the street from Salem High
Because
School.
the only Underwood I know is next to the school right here anyway.
Salem Hill. Salem Hill. You said there were it should come. It should come right to you.
Got to enter the right zip code. You got to enter all that stuff. You got to send them the full, complete everything.
It's 3458 Underwood Road.
Are they using their phone or GPS?
Okay. So it's 34. And the zip code. Okay, and the zip code's 30013. And then the big black bus that says just a fun radio on it. There's a blue van beside the bus. And there's another van that says just a fun radio on the back of it. How far did it take you around? Okay. I'm sorry. Tell me that.
Text,
Oh, you're in the driver's
not call.
Oh.
Okay.
putting them right here, Scotty?
Finding out about the dress code. Philip's asking the same thing. If we got how's it going, guys? Philip's trying to find out if we're having to dress like a wedding as well. But I didn't hear that this is Relay for Life. So I haven't heard that it's going to be dressy, but it's a dinner. You know what I mean?
If we're wearing nice shorts,
Well, we're going to have
it
on our
should be.
polos and not jean shorts.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go buy a pair of black shorts.
That'll work. Sorry for the
So-
confusion, guys.
Oh, it's cool, man. We're like, there's actually a underwood court right there with the exact same address.
Well, and that's where my mail gets sent to. That's what she's asking me. And I'm like, the only one I know about is just one street over because they screwed up, sent my mail over there. The numbers don't jive with the street, but the name of the street just varies a little bit. But around here, we're just fly by the seat of pants. You don't have to worry about rushing or anything for us.
I was going to pull up y'all's.
Really, yeah.
It used to be like that for me, just working all the bars for years. But shoot, now I went on vacation last week, and in Panama City, you know, you're an hour behind. So where I was getting up at 5:30 my time, I'm realizing I'm 4:30 for everybody else down there. You know, so it's kind of. But now I can't get myself adjusted back to that wake up time.
That time, right?
Sorry, I was trying to finish my breakfast. And we're recording, right?
Huh?
We're recording, so when he does the live song, we
Yes,
can
you'll
play
just
it.
have to make a date, a notation on the date, so I can go back and get it.
Okay.
Because like the last couple, nobody wrote nothing down, so I don't have. I need to know what date it is, so I can go back. That's just that learning curve. Everybody's got to learn.
Gotcha.
All right, everybody, we're back. I would say total chaos over here, but Steph's in charge today. It is total chaos.
Yes, it is.
I just love she comes in. So there was a mess up on some GPS. So she comes in and comes through the curtain and she's going, and I'm like, what? You need what?
Come on now, you're supposed to be Han Solo and understand Chewbacca talk.
How dare you take such a good movie and try to twist it to make sense to your, you sure got a pretty mouth lingo. Yeah. Uh-huh. When she finally starts explaining it, she's like, GPS. I feel like I'm listening to code. I need. So if you only if it was a secret message, it'd be like every fifth word. I
Maybe.
blah, 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 need blah, 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 GPS blah, blah, blah. Oh my god.
Here.
I just don't know what to say. You're named Redneck Steph for a reason.
Only because you gave it to me.
Hello. Have you not realized
used
what
to-
lifestyle you lead?
I used to be called the Redneck Oompa Loompa.
We can go back to that.
No.
If you would rather be called that. I find it hard, though, to introduce you to potential sponsors. Hi, I'm DJ Scotty. This is the Redneck Oompa Loompa. I'm not sure how people will take that, but I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to do that for you if it makes you feel better.
Nah.
If that makes you feel, you know, more part of the team,
Oh no.
I can find you some other short people and put all y'all in some white overalls and let you feel like you're part of something.
Well, you know, we were gonna do that once.
That was a Halloween joke, but if you
Yes.
really want it, hey, you want to go adjust the camera for me real quick?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I was trying to pull their website back
Okay.
up.
I figured I'd ask. I just thought I would ask. You were so distracted there for a minute. I didn't know if you were trying to draw your own family tree again. we were making the joke about her family tree because she's been known to kiss her cousin or two. And she made a joke about her family tree. And I said, well, let me just try to draw that out. And it kind of went up and it just kept going right. I said, this looks like a drunk dude playing with an Etch-a-Sketch. This don't even look like a tree. It looked like a tumbleweed.
I'm not rude and burping in the mic like some people.
No, you just do it and make the show stop to go to acknowledge what you're doing.
Well, would you rather me go? "Eh"?
No, that's what Mike used to do too. So
You do it too.
I own the show. It makes a difference. So, anyways, if you'd like to introduce everybody, there's a set of headphones on there too, so y'all can hear what you sound like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'll get your mics turned on.
Yeah, let's make sure their mics are on.
Oh, they are.
All right.
Well, today in the studio we have Chris Hamrick from Chris Hamrick and the City Lights and Jason.
Ooh,
Oh,
Mm.
oh.
not good.
Oh, no, I did it wrong.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
cool.
that
That's cool.
My name's Robert.
Robert. Sorry, I don't know
Jason.
where I got
Where'd
Jason
that one
from.
come from?
Jason.
I don't know.
Leave it to you to do this.
Now there's bad blood.
Good Lord.
Well, I've been in community. At least I got his name right.
That's good.
Right?
Try to
he's
save
the
it,
front
Steph.
man.
Try to
He's the
save
front
it.
Man.
Come on.
I'm backpedaling.
Try to save
hey,
it.
where's that paddle? Let me go to the. No.
That's a lot better than a paddle. This might be the adjustment you need.
No.
You couldn't
I'm
even
sorry.
save that one.
No, I didn't. I
I think
tanked
you should walk
bad.
over and kiss his hand to apologize.
Oh, well, when he first got out, I kind of insulted him too, I guess, but I didn't
Jesus
mean it
Christ.
that way. Cause
I appreciate this. Thanks, Steph.
well, I looked at him and I said, well, that's not what I was expecting to see from a country guy, but hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Steph, I am sure every redneck you come in contact with looks at you and goes, that's not what I expected to see at today's family reunion.
And yet they come anyways.
Well, they hear that there's Copenhagen to an endless amount and spit swapping at your family. They're okay with it.
But anyways, okay.
Dig deep because I want to make sure you insult them very well so they don't come
No,
back.
he looks pretty cool. I love his gauges.
Well, thank you.
There's a
did-
compliment in there
Right,
somewhere.
right.
I used to have them, but somebody said that they were fake. And he just always made fun of me with my gauges.
Okay, what you were wearing, I would definitely call a gauge.
Mine was too. You
I-
could see through my ear.
I can see through your head too. What does that mean? Harpoon Free Willy? I try to
Anyways.
tell people that a number 10, don't call that gauging.
It
Right.
wasn't a 10, it was a 6.
It's still
Oh.
Stephanie. I don't know.
See,
yeah.
look, he says, oh.
Because he don't want to argue. You've already insulted him. What's next?
Anyways.
If you can't shove a pencil through your ear, I wouldn't even call it a gauge.
I could.
That was a putt-putt pencil, idiot. Those are not as big as regular
Yes,
pencils.
they are. They are the exact
should
same.
know. I should know. Arguing with you is just senseless.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Let's get back to the guests that you've already.
Completely
Oh
tore
yeah,
out.
yeah. Just know it's called Just for Fun,
For a
and
reason.
don't take anything too serious, especially her.
Yes. Because I'm the joke around here.
Okay, so at least we know people are laughing.
Always.
Yes. Continue on with our guest, please.
So, y'all, how long have y'all been together? Tell us
Oh, like together or like?
as a band.
Oh no!
Please don't.
No.
Please don't confuse
No,
her
no.
anymore, because she'll ask you another stupid question.
Yeah. We've been on the road for about a year now, so
Oh,
I guess a
wow.
little bit before then.
So, wow, y'all have only been together a year and already
Yeah.
opened up for the Swan Brothers.
Cowboy Troy.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's right there should speak volumes. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
far as what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually it's pretty cool just because Cowboy Troy was really really cool, and when he said the only way that this band won't make it is if they stop.
Right.
So
Wow.
that was really cool. Yeah, we took that to heart. And
Oh, that's pretty good.
that's
Oh,
helped-
yeah.
that's helped us through like a lot of hard times.
Oh yeah, because
you know.
most of the bands, you know, they start, and it's happened with some of the people I've had on the show. They start getting egos,
Right.
and then the whole imploding happens.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, because I make the joke all the time. You know, I've owned this now and operated it for 5 years straight. And when I've heard people get a little bit of an ego and get a little cocky, I'm like, you would expect me to be that person,
Right.
but I wouldn't expect you to be that person. And if I'm not walking around acting that way, I don't expect you to walk around that way. And we've met several bands that have had a little bit of an ego trip. And I'm like, you do realize you're playing in a bar, right?
Right. Yeah.
You're
like you.
you're not playing Phillips
arenas. Yeah.
This is a bar in Monroe, and okay, long as we're on the same page.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was reading on your website, y'all are in the studio making your first debut album.
Yeah, we'll actually be it'll be coming out in probably about 8 months. We're gonna try to push it as hard as possible. My first EP came out, I think, probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's completely different. I hadn't really found my sound yet as an artist, and now that the band's together and we've been on the road a lot and writing, it's a completely different sound. It's more like alternative country.
Yeah, I was fixing to ask, describe
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
because
It's like
country's so different now.
right.
And the fact of, even though her messing with you, you know, country doesn't have the old Dwight Yoakam look,
No.
or
Yes.
the old Nashville look. I mean, truthfully, nowadays, what you're seeing, to me, I try to say the new country is kind of like what rock was back in the early, 80s, because it's just, country's come a long way.
Yeah. Usually it's just a rock band with like a front man with a twang.
That's it.
It's usually it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's how we like kind of describe ourselves as, we're a rock band with a twang, or, so it's just been really cool, but different to see ourselves evolve as artists and kind of get out of that like mainstream country and into more like Whiskey Town, like Ryan Adams, Jason Isbell, Whiskey Myers, a lot of Texas bands. We sound very like red dirt country.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. That's
cool.
what everybody's putting the label on. It's so funny because you have the people from Texas that have what they call themselves,
Right.
and then you have people over here that's like, no, that's not what you call that. But it's just a different,
Right.
It's just a different.
Correct.
Everybody has their own opinion, is
Yeah.
what it is.
So kind of like Blackberry Smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like-
Ish.
Ish. Yeah. It's
That would be the only thing you could compare it to. Yes.
it's very very lyrical based, so a lot of our songs, we don't really have any happy songs. Most of our songs are even if they're upbeat, they're sad,
Right.
but
But
It's
they're
just-
real life, and that's what
right.
people
And
relate
it's-
to.
and there's substance, unlike some songs that you hear on the radio, not bashing, but some of them they lack substance, and
Well,
don't
Kenny
have-
Chesney is, to me, the biggest Pete repeat.
right.
I mean, it's almost the same music. It's almost the same lyrics.
Mhm.
Here's a guy, and people can criticize me all they want for saying it, but here's a guy that when you watch his story, he tried being the country singer and it didn't work.
Right.
He found his little niche with trying to look like the Bahama Breeze singing cowboy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all of a sudden that took off, and he's milked it as far as he could. And hey, if I could find a way to milk $40 million,
Right.
I would milk it too. I mean,
if I
you
could
know?
like own my own island, I
That's
would
right.
definitely
I would
try.
do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. I'm not, I can't knock a guy that's got more money than me. I can say I don't agree with how he did it, but it's like Vanilla Ice. He's laughing his way to the bank. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
all the
can't,
way to
I
the
can't
bank.
complain. I wish I could
Mhm.
find a niche.
Right. Just get on
Well,
Surreal Life.
Yeah. Why not?
We're trying.
Chick, you got a niche, but it don't pay nothing but dirt and rock. And not
Why do
not
you-
crack rock. I'm
Yeah.
talking pebbles at the bottom of a pond.
Is that something reference to my 4-wheeler again?
No, I just you're. I aspire to own a bus. You aspire to own new tires for your 4-wheeler.
You're right. Yes.
There you go.
Because I finally got my 4-wheeler and I got a bad 4-wheeler too. I have a Polaris 700.
Trucks, man. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Moonshine. Oh.
Oh.
like you're telling a secret they don't know you drink. What?
Well, they don't know that. Never mind.
That we have
Back to
from
the
here.
band.
Like-
That's for commercial break.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the fridge. So what actually put you guys together? What actually made you pick up the guitars? What made you decide this is what you wanted to do?
For me, it was I guess I'll go first on this one. I was in the Navy probably like I got out about a year and a half ago. So when I was in, I picked up the guitar, and then I was doing shows while I was in the Navy. So I was doing, I was doing a show from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., packing up because it's a long night, and then having to get to the ship by 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Yeah. So it was like, and I was doing that, every 3 days. And, so it just eventually got to where I couldn't do both. So when my 4 years came up, I was like, this is, I mean, and the Navy was a stepping stone, and, I did my time, but it's not for me. Like, it's
Right.
not for everybody.
Yeah.
So, music was my passion, my art. So I just did it, and then started looking for a band. And, I had probably,
Now, were you already singing before the Navy, or did this just all occur during that time frame?
I picked up a guitar. I guess I was in high school, and like my high school sweetheart bought me one for Valentine's Day, and I never really picked it up. And then when I was in the Navy, we went on deployment. There's nothing else to do in the middle of the ocean
There
but
you go.
Yeah.
play songs. So started doing that, and then got good enough to where I thought I could play out, and then got enough good to where I thought I could be in a band. And then from then on, I've been full time. So
Well,
Cool.
that's kind of a good,
Yeah.
and I just always want to make sure people kind of get the reality of it, because,
Right.
a lot of times people just say, well, I just started singing. But what made you, what inspired you to do it? And the fact here you're on a ship with nothing to do.
Nothing.
But that also probably gave you a lot of time to reflect
Right.
and try to do some writing as well. I mean, that's where you're at that
Yep.
point.
And so you taught yourself how to play?
Yeah, for the most part, I won't lie. I mean, YouTube is a very good asset, but yeah, it was,
But you still got to have some skill,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still work hard on guitar every day just to get better, because this guy's like a beast, so, and I'm good enough to where I can play rhythm and front man, because I mean, that's a lot on its own. And I do that, and that's my thing. And then, my band is good enough where I don't have to worry about them. They
Right.
take care of me. I take care of them, so. And then Robert, you can probably explain how you got into it.
I didn't
Probably
know
cooler than how I did.
Got into like guitar or like with
Yeah.
you?
All of it.
All of it. Well,
We want to paint a picture
Yeah.
because what's going to happen is, you got people that don't know who you are.
Right.
right.
And what we found, especially over the last few years, is when people can relate to you and see you're just as normal as everybody else, that's what's going to make them want to listen to you. That's going to make them say, dude, I want to hear, like my buddy Jacob, he's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He'll be the one to be contacting y'all, getting y'all to send music,
Yeah.
because his biggest thing is he'll go, man, I like his story. That's
Right.
what I relate to. And that's what country music is. And in rock nowadays, it's the same way. It's all about the relationship. If people get you, then they want to hear it. So,
And speaking of Jacob, he just sent me a message
and
to get he
get
wants
their
to
info?
get the info.
See, I figured he'd be on it.
Oh,
all right. So how'd it go for you?
Well, my father was a musician in the 80s. He used to do a lot of stuff in the local scene around here. And he owned a studio, did all that kind of stuff. And I got into like punk rock and metal. So I was like, oh, this is rad. I'm going to start playing guitar. So did that for a little bit. Ended up doing studio work in Atlanta. And I just got really tired of doing like session work. So I put an ad on Craigslist, and then
Yeah.
Chris found me. It was like the most like desperate, pathetic ad ever. Too. I was like, "Hey man, I'm
Guy
tired."
searching guy
Yeah,
Right.
like,
with guitar.
Guy-
Casual,
guy
casual
phone
counters.
yeah,
No, but I've had some super good luck on Craigslist, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got to be careful, but I don't know if we can name drop Craigslist, but we just did.
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah, whatever. but yeah, I've had, he's been with me for a long time now, and
That's
I don't think I could ask for a better roommate, guitarist, friend. So
Cool.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
so y'all roommate as well.
yeah.
So the cool thing is y'all's time,
Right.
because you're having to work nights, you're having to get home, you're having to get up.
Mhm.
So that probably saves you a bunch of time. Because like when I first moved into this house, my two co-hosts lived here, so it was a whole lot easier for our night shows
Right.
because we could stay up till midnight doing a night show, and then one would go to bed there, one would go upstairs, I'd go upstairs. It was just a whole lot easier, And then my wife at the time, girlfriend, moved in, and they started kind of branching out. But when we first moved into this house, it was cool because we did all these events together. We did all these nighttime shows together. And truthfully, we didn't have to find each other, because when you're working the odd hours, man, sometimes finding each other is the hardest part.
Oh yeah.
And so you guys are Tequila, is what she said?
Yes.
Tequila area?
Yeah, we I was raised in Tequila. My father has a furniture store in Auburn, Georgia, and then had an antique store in Tequila, Georgia. And we're actually living in Lawrenceville right now. He's from Atlanta. Well, from everywhere. Flint, Michigan, Atlanta.
I lived everywhere.
Yeah. But we're based right now at Lawrenceville. So we're like right in the middle. So when we have shows in Atlanta, we go there. If we need to go to the airport to fly out to, North Dakota or whatever, we play there. That's easy. Athens is closed.
Right. Now, do you play cover tunes?
We play half and half.
Half and half.
We're on the goal right now to be a full-time original band.
Right.
To where we're playing a different place every night. But until then, to get into the clubs, you kind of got to play
Right.
cover. So
Well, the reason I ask is I do big events all the time. I do stuff up in Houston,
oh yeah.
and I do a big event up there. It's a 3-day thing in September. But I also book other things for them. And they're having a festival June 13th, and they're asking me about a band to play 3 o'clock, like 2 hours. So if you're upbeat, which is what they would want for a
Yeah.
festival. So when the
We're
show's
very,
over, we need to
We're
we need to
very
talk.
upbeat.
But
Yeah.
that's what we found is that by doing these festivals, if you bring in somebody that wants to play slow music,
Right.
the background, people just start going, the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
You're at a festival, man. Let's hear some upbeat.
Right.
So
yeah.
that's why I have to be careful. But I was just sitting here thinking, would you be in Tequila? You're just right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I could actually benefit
And-
everybody.
And when we're not on the road, we love doing benefits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We do them on the regular, so we don't have any problem. If
Well, you met the right guy then, because we,
Oh yeah.
we do tons of benefits.
Yeah, we've got one coming up June 20th.
June
That's
20th. And actually, speaking of the one from June 20th, it's a young lady that's been fighting brain cancer for the last
that's
year.
what I heard.
And last night, a friend of ours, I'm gonna leave his name out of it because he didn't want his name pumped like that. But apparently today she was supposed to be evicted from her house, so he wrote a check for $1,700,
Wow.
and then 30 so minutes later he's on the phone with me and says, "I just found out it's more money, so I'm gonna have to come up with like another $700." Before the night was out, he had written $3,500 worth of checks so that her and her kids don't get evicted this morning. And he
Kudos
actually
to you, sir.
he actually got in touch. From what I gather through all these conversations, he got in touch with the homeowner, and he's like, "Look, this is what's going on with her. I'm sure you already know. We're going to do this benefit to help her get the money up to help treat her brain stuff that needs to be treated for the cancer.
Mhm.
But if she has nowhere to live, then what?" So the guy said he was financially able to help right now, and he paid enough to keep her from losing her house. So that's really cool.
That's
yes,
awesome.
that's very awesome.
And we just try to, I don't know. I mean, I used to tell my mom all the time. She would joke with me and go, "Man, every Saturday you're just giving your time away." And I'm like, yeah, if I'm sitting at home on Saturday and there's somebody dying and I could use what I was given as a gift
Right.
to go get on a microphone and help raise them some money, then why would I not? I think the whole world needs to be more like that,
Right.
because one day it could very well be me that needs the help. So, and I don't mean to take this to another level. I was
no,
just
it's
saying,
fun.
but yeah, man, if you do benefits, you'll get up on our page and we'll have her send stuff to you.
Yes.
She won't send it to the wrong name. And make sure that you get some of the stuff, because we always like to help do big events when we can.
Yes. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd like to hear 'em.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's give us just a
Are y'all
second,
ready?
and it's up to y'all. Y'all can,
I can use some water.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. We got something in the fridge,
Yeah.
and we can talk. We can play. Everything with us is so simple and easy. Don't feel like you gotta. We have one of our buddies, Dustin, that comes in all the time. Excuse me, and his mom is his manager, so we call her the momager.
Dustin Bragg.
Yeah. So the momager's like, "Get him to play," and he's like,
Right.
"I just want to talk. Get him to play." He's like, "I just want to hang. I just want to hang today."
Yeah.
So we just,
Them
we
dance moms.
we
man.
don't we don't pressure nobody.
I don't know,
We
it's
do
cool,
what
man.
do what you want. Relax. So tell me some of your inspiration. So you're on the boat. You're on a ship rather,
Right.
and you're just starting to kind of develop who you are and what you are. Were you already a country music listener?
Yeah, I actually did. I grew up on country. Just my parents,
Mhm.
always listening to country, and kind of hard not to growing up in the
Thank you.
family I did and living in almost
Yeah.
South Georgia. So, yeah, I mean I listen to other stuff, but mainly country.
Okay.
Very country based, and that's why when I did start, singing and writing, it was more like I wrote '90s country-esque, like
right.
very,
What you knew,
right
per
yeah.
se.
And then it took me a while to realize that I need to sing like me,
Yes.
and that's, that took a while, and now that's, that's gotten us a lot farther than anything else than trying to mimic somebody.
Yeah, and see, me, before I started DJing all the time and having to talk different, I used to sing with my cousins and all these other, and a lot of my cousins have bands. And my problem is I was great at mimicking anybody else,
right,
to sing like anybody else.
Yeah.
And then when I first started DJing, of course, everybody does karaoke. I would sing along with everything I could think of, but I could never do me.
right.
I was always singing somebody else. And then I started DJing and changing my voice around a lot. And once you get used to talking one way, singing is just kind of out of the question. And going from Guns N' Roses to Kid Rock to a country song, you kind of get stuck with a voice. You don't get to jump around so much.
Right.
Now you listen to punk rock and stuff. Now, what made you go country?
I got into this band. I got pretty much almost obsessed with this guy named Ryan Adams. And he had the same background, like started with like punk like that. Started this band called Whiskey Town. And then from Whiskey Town, got into like Cardinals, Ryan Adams, his solo stuff. And then from that, I found out about Graham Parsons. And he inspired the Stones to start sounding like kind of country-esque. And then like just from there, just started going from there.
So you really were knowing real music and stuff that leads you, because you got, again, not that I'm trying to bust on some of the country guys today, but it's like bubblegum rock of the 80s. It all became generic. It all just became just bebop, Star 94. That's what everybody listens to. And I joke when I look at lyrics, when you print up some lyrics,
yeah,
and you see that there's really like 3 or 4 really parts to the lyrics, and then there's the chorus that repeats. And it's like, come on, is there even a story in that besides repeat? That's the only story I see. So it's really impressive.
Flip-flops, flopping.
Yeah. And then we listened to
Trucks.
something not too long ago that was on Facebook where they took a video and you see a dude taking his recording stuff and he mixed like 6 singers and 6 different songs together.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, holy cow, how sad is it that even though the voice might change a little, it all kind of blended together. It's like, I'm not going to say that's bad, but it's kind of sad, because it's like used to, there were stories behind everything.
Right.
And now it's just like, let's put a good beat to it. And if that's the case, you might as well be listening to Star 94 and not listen to the country music anymore.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift, she started out in country. Now she's doing pop.
Yes. Well, it is Taylor Swift.
Yes. She does that Swifty change.
The fact that you even know that kind of worries me. I'm not sure where to go with that.
Well, let's.
So you guys, if y'all want to, I can set up other mics too and put in front of your guitars. Y'all just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah,
if you think you can hear what you got, we'll go with it. You tell me.
What do you think? How you feeling?
I mean, I always feel great.
All right, man. I think I should be able to hear my guitar.
Okay.
I guess we'll start with a cover, actually.
Okay, cool.
A new one that's on the radio. We kind of been trying out. It's called "Smoke" by 1,000 Horses.
Oh, that's a good song. So live here on Just for Fun Radio, we have Chris Hamrick and the City Light doing "Smoke."
All right, let's see if I can.
All right.
To where we want to be.
Like that's where the sound hole.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do it. Ready?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Goes rolling right off on the tip of my tongue so easy. She'll be the first damn thing I want when I start drinking. Well, I'm breathing her in, I'm breathing her out. Once I pick her up, I can't put her down. She's smoke, I pull her in nice and slow. It's killing me and I know can't stop her once she starts like smoke. Watching her sway low,
is killing me, and I know she's blowing rings around my heart like smoke. She goes rolling around like a downtown ballroom gypsy. She'll be the first damn thing I want when I start drinking. I got one on my lips, one on my hand. Man, that's as good as it gets. Like smoke, watching her sway low. It's killing me, and I know you can't stop her once she starts. Like smoke, pull her in nice and slow. It's a habit that I can't let go. You can't stop her once she starts. Like smoke. Like smoke. When the night burns out, and we all go home, smell a sweet perfume. I open your clothes like smoke. You like smoke. Like smoke. I pull her in nice and slow. It's killing me, and I know you can't stop her once she starts. Like smoke. Pull her in nice and slow. It's a habit that I can't let go. She's blowing rings around my heart like smoke. Like smoke. When the night burns out and we all go home, smell the sweet perfume. I'll open your clothes like smoke. You're like smoke. Ooh.
Man, that was really good.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and we're
High note
asking
in the
people
morning.
how it sounded, and everybody's great with it.
Yeah, everybody said positive feedback.
Do me a favor, get the camera and go a little more towards them, so they'll be
A little more
on that.
towards them.
Yes, ma'am. You can see it on the screen. Yeah, man. I was just sending out the thing because I know we have people listening
Right.
through video as well as people just listening from the phone app. So no, take the camera. Steph's still learning. We've been trying to teach her a little more. It's gonna kill her. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, that'll work. I just want to make sure that way we're not getting just the side shot of them. There, you're getting a video. But yeah, we're making sure that it sounded good on both ends. That's important. And
Awesome.
I just got from Jacob, who was like our guru of rock and roll. He says, "Man, that is one killer tune." So
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, Jacob, you probably now have a new follower / AKA stalker. He'll be all over what you do.
Oh, cool,
He is
man.
good like that, though. He keeps us up
We
with
welcome-
everything.
Yeah, we welcome stalkers.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, he
And
actually.
then maybe get them back in on the Thursday night show one night too.
Yeah, because well, I was gonna say Jacob actually has got big acts to call in on
Oh,
the
yeah?
Thursday night show. Yeah, the one that I'm excited that's coming soon is Hinder.
Oh, cool.
One
I
of the
just
guys
love
from
that. I hadn't
Hinder.
even heard that one, so that'll be great.
Yeah, because you don't listen, because you
Well,
trust us enough that
Well,
you're not the overbearing daddy.
I'm just this after doing I work 7 days a week. If I can sit and watch TV and let y'all do it, and I don't have to stress
Mhm.
over it, I'm going to let y'all do it, and I'm not going to stress.
Well, we
Even
wanna-
though I heard y'all scream a couple of times last night, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're doing, and I don't know if I want to.
that's when he was zapping himself with the pen.
Okay.
Yeah. So do we want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, we
and let
can.
them-
Well, we'll take a break real quick. Let everybody walk around for a second, catch a breath of air. Stay tuned, y'all. We have more, and you just got a sample. These guys right here are pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
So everybody hang tight. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
That was
Now
pretty
video still
awesome.
runs live
Yes.
because everybody wants behind the scenes. Everybody wants to see and hear
Oh, cool.
everything.
Yeah, so if it's something that
Yeah,
can't be out there yet, don't say it. Don't say it until that's all. Because we actually had a guest come in, and he was talking about some behind the scenes stuff that was going on in the county, and we're like, the mics are still on. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
It happens though.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
I bet.
Yep.
We can we request a song? Can we
Sure.
request a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, what do you want to hear?
I don't know, man. What kind of stuff? Y'all play everything?
That's the first. I play a little of everything. As long as it's PG-13 in the daytime hours, because we have businesses and stuff to play.
Right.
Mhm.
Can y'all get like anything off?
Yeah, I can get just about anything.
I guess we can
Oh,
play
sorry,
like
I'm still burping.
give me something good or something like that.
Something good, always good.
How about Give Me Something Good by Ryan Adams? If you got
Yeah,
it.
here, let me
It's
go
off his
with
new
that.
album. So
It's hot in here today. You know, when y'all were gone on vacation, we came in here to let the dogs out, and Emmy had turned the heat on.
Okay. So my daughter,
It was,
I like keeping it 70. At least 70. I can't stand. I do enough hot stuff. So
right.
come home, we go to bike week. So my daughter stays here. She's 19. I let her stay. She is the cold natured person. She keeps the heater in her bedroom. So we come home and I'm like, why is it so damn hot in here? She had turned the heat on for 80, but she put the fan on instead of
okay.
auto. It was 86 degrees in this house.
it was
Damn.
hot.
And I have dogs, so 86 stinks when you have dogs.
Right.
I'm just like, who in the hell
Yeah.
turns the heat on
And it was
at this time
hot.
of the year? Oh, and it was a hot day.
Yeah,
too.
it was last Saturday. So y'all know how pretty last Saturday
Yeah.
was. And yeah, it was so hot in here. And I told Travis, I said, well, Travis is my husband. I said, should we turn the heat off?
Yes.
And he said, I'm not touching anything because she has it on for a reason. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but the
it's
funny
hot.
thing is that I
she
said,
wasn't here.
but I said, honey, you don't have to do nothing. The digital thermostat will take care of everything. Oh, I won't touch it anyway. I'm like, okay. I said,
Yeah.
I got it adjusted to stay 73 because I know you get cold. She's like, okay. And then I come in and see 86. Holy crap. Just for fun.
Yes, this is Sue. I was just calling in to see if Chris was still there, if they could play something.
Hang on, they're putting their headphones back on now, so we was on a commercial. Go ahead, say that again.
This is Sue.
Hey Sue,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. I was just calling in to
Oh.
wish you luck.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Okay, and I'll be seeing y'all Saturday night.
Okay,
in
sweet,
Covington.
awesome.
So where are y'all going to be Saturday?
5:00.
Oh,
Sports
good,
Bar,
good. Yeah, Greg, that's right. One of my buddies is the owner of that place. So
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be good.
That's good. Man, some people are coming to watch you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. It means a lot.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in too.
Well,
Oh,
didn't you
you're
have a
more than
song?
welcome. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, Sue.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
I thought she had a song request.
Did she?
Well, she asked about a song, but she said about them doing a song, and she's listening, so she may call back in just a few seconds. We'll wait
Yeah.
and see.
You get yeah. She might have messaged me.
And then, of course, when we go back live, we need to tell where they'll be Saturday night.
Yes.
Because that was pretty good. That's actually one of my favorite songs that y'all did. I love
Smoke?
1,000 Horses.
Yeah.
And I love that song.
I love their new sound. Like that sound is really good. Like,
Yes.
we were excited about playing it. You know, we were like, oh, this is great. Like, we don't have to veer too much from like how we write, you know, and play.
Mhm. And it's funny that y'all did that, and I think y'all hit it out of the ballpark. I mean,
Thank
that
Oh,
was
thank
just
you.
awesome. And we have a guy that comes into the studio who he was just talking about, Dustin, who actually did a remake of I Drive Your Truck.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal.
Oh my
Man, when
gosh.
y'all doing charity stuff. I do a big thing with the American Legion. What it is if you went overseas and you passed away, this gives your child a scholarship. So if you already have a child born, no matter their age, when they get ready to go to college, this gives them a college fund.
Right.
And we're doing that. And hopefully we'll go on the square. So we'll shut down the whole square.
Yeah.
Big thing for St. Jude's. But hopefully that particular day, we're going to do it there too. And me and Kathy Bragg have done a couple of the charity things where we bring all these bands together. So hopefully we'll have a stage. I'll have my big rig out there, and literally for y'all to show up and play acoustic like you're doing now. You just walk there, plug in, sing. Tons of exposure right in front of everybody.
That's
in the whole town. So definitely, stay in touch with them.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, now that I have his number,
Yeah.
because I guess that's your number
Yeah.
that you called.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
put it.
anytime you get anything MP3, recorded MP3, let me know as well, because I try to play all local. So
Okay.
not only do I have rock, when it's when my folders are being played, I try to have a local artist get played.
Okay.
So that way y'all's music gets played as well. And then also I try to fix it. So say you get your studio cut, and at 9:30 you tell everybody, look, at 9:30, my songs will play just from the radio. So you get played, everybody gets to hear your new stuff. Then you
Right.
have to email everybody, and I get people listening. So
Right.
it's a win-win
Right.
for me.
Right.
It's a win for y'all. So I just tell people, anytime you get a new MP3 and you want it played and you want to debut it, you just let me know, and we'll play it. And a lot of times people are trying to sell it on iTunes. So what we'll do is we'll play it and then tell people go to iTunes to get it.
Right.
So it's a great way
Yeah.
to get the local stuff out.
Yeah, because we're all about supporting the local artists. We're all about that.
It's needed. It's
Yeah.
appreciated for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and Scotty failed to mention this too, but his cousin owns Fusions in Monroe.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Mike.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Michael.
Yep,
Mhm.
Mike Brown.
So
We played there maybe one time a long time ago.
he's done some changes to it.
Yeah, nobody thought that it would really ever, because it's Monroe, nobody ever thought it would just last. And truthfully, what's funny is out of all the bars that have closed, he's still going.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and it's just, he's like me, he's pursuing it and he's not stopping. So he
Yeah.
just keeps going. And, he's brought in some big acts and bring in good money. And then he's brought in a couple, but that's the gamble you take doing what he does,
Yeah. That's like us. I mean, sometimes we have to eat gigs, just to get to the next one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just to keep that connection. So
Oh, I totally understand. I tell people all the time, if your name, I used to before the radio station, when I call it the hustle, because I was bar to bar to bar, event to event to event. Excuse me. I said the best way to keep your name on their lips is to stay in front of their faces.
yeah.
As long as you stay in front of their faces, they're going to always be talking about you.
Yeah.
But if you disappear for 5 minutes, you become that guy that's gone, So, all right, we're 12 seconds from going back.
So when we go back, we can talk about y'all playing Saturday. Go
Yeah.
ahead and plug that.
Oh, definitely
and
want to plug
where
that.
you're gonna be and everything.
All right, everybody, we're back. Man, I'm still suffering from
Yes.
from laryngitis. I learned some lessons about riding on a motorcycle
Without a helmet,
without a helmet at 55 miles an hour,
with your
and
mouth open.
trying to yell to your wife behind you, because you'll smoke your voice. You will destroy your. Not counting everywhere we go. You're having to yell over every event you're at. So yeah, I lost my voice. And, I feel like I'm working in the bars again, having to yell all the time. So where are you guys gonna be? So we were just talking. You're gonna be playing somewhere this weekend.
Yeah, we'll be at 5:00 Sports Bar and Grill in Covington, Georgia, so just down the road.
Yeah, man. You need to go
Yes.
definitely go check
Yes,
them
and
out.
that's a 21 and over place, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And is there going to be a cover charge?
I think it's $5
Right,
if you're
right.
over 21 or something. I mean,
Yeah. Well, you know, he has to have when it's a weekend thing and he brings in a bigger act, a bigger band, everybody has to get paid.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So,
I just wanted to be sure everybody knew.
Yeah.
it's not like Sunday at a bike weekend
Right.
crap. We show up to this little bitty hole in the wall bar and they're demanding a cover charge on Sunday. It's like
you understand it's noon, right?
right. You're wanting our business. That's why you got a band to try to bring us
Right.
in. Saturdays and Friday nights and Saturday nights are totally different.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, when you do a big band on a Friday night, you have to. That's how you
Right.
get your expense made. Is the door pays the band.
Yeah. And the place is always packed too. So I would suggest getting there early just because every time we play there, I mean, it is like they're in sardines in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, if you
Oh,
want
I
to get a
bet.
table,
You want a table?
if you want a table, you
That's
And
what we
that's
tell
a big
people.
place too.
Yeah, actually, if you think of how big he is.
Yeah, but they do pack them in there.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I enjoyed it when we went there.
I'm trying to think of the last band I went and saw there. I've been so busy, I don't even remember. But yeah,
And I will
I
tell
see
you-
pictures of Pitballs there all the time.
Yeah.
They're always slammed when Pitballs is there.
and I will tell for any listeners that go, their lemon pepper wings off the chain. You know I love my lemon pepper,
Me
so don't look
too.
at me like
Me
that.
too.
I'm on
Cool.
a lemon pepper kick. I
That's
can't
my
I
I
can't say no.
love lemon pepper chicken.
yeah, that's my chicken spice.
Yeah, man. I've got to where now all of a sudden I like them. I don't like them greasy, so I like them really cooked, not too cooked, because I found that out when I say I want them a little dry.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I was like, just douse them in lemon pepper.
Yeah.
I can't get enough. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
they even have a steak there that I like to go get too, the steak and gravy. So you can
Country
you-
fried steak.
No.
No.
no man, you go down there, $7. It'll be the best $7 you ever spent. I promise you, best $7 you ever spent. It comes with a baked potato too. Come on.
Come on.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I'm thinking, where's lunch today? That's what I just
Yeah.
thought about. Where's lunch?
We've got too much stuff to do today. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and I was told that we could wear flip flops, but you can't. I'm telling you what.
Why?
I'm telling you what we were told we can wear. We can wear shorts and flip flops.
I got my nails done. They're cut now. They don't look like claws.
Did you beat your feet though?
Yes, I shaved them. Yes, I'm shaved.
She has feet like Cat the
Wax.
Caveman. You don't want to see those in flip flops. She could wear brown flip flops, and you would think she's barefooted. It's scary.
Oh yeah, you can't pull up the picture of my foot, can you?
I don't know if I still have it.
Yeah,
Anyways, let's keep going.
yeah. Let's.
So you guys have been together a little more than a year, and you're already
Yeah.
doing this good together.
Right. Yeah. We like I said, we've been on the road for about a year. Been about 18, 19 states. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy cow! And
Yeah.
see, that's
Wow.
impressive alone. That you
Yeah.
people don't realize it, but you could play gig after gig in Georgia.
Right.
But if you're actually getting asked to go other places, that's
Right.
that speaks volumes about who you are. So that's really cool to hear that.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, you want people to understand like how it's not as easy as it looks. And it really isn't. I mean, sometimes like we get the call from our agent and he's like, hey, I need you in New Mexico by Friday. And it's like Wednesday. And
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he's like, and that's all you're going to play just that weekend. And then you go home. So it's
Yeah.
like a 32-hour drive,
Right.
They compensate all of our food and hotel and everything, but still 32 hours
Still.
between 3 or 4 people in a van.
Yeah.
It's rough, man, sometimes, but it's definitely worth it.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that's what I tell people. If I did some stupid stuff as a kid, getting in trouble, and I started to do this type of stuff when I was like 19, and then I bought a crotch rocket motorcycle and went, man, girls really dig these bikes.
Yeah.
DJ, what? So I left it alone. But then I look at all the stupid stuff I got in trouble with over the years, and I'm like, dude, I get the rush out of this that I did the other stuff.
Yeah.
If I just would have known,
Right.
if I would have known that, oh my God, look at all the time I've wasted. So,
Right.
I mean, I love it. And if you breathe it, if you eat, drink, sleep this, then it makes a difference. And
Mhm.
I try to tell the cookie cut and stuff's different. If you really love what you're doing, then this isn't a hassle.
Right.
And that's why 7 days a week I'm able to pull it off because I love it. I thank God I got a wife that will put up with it. But you know, how about you guys? What are y'all relationships, not relationships, focusing on career?
I'm single.
I have a girlfriend.
And she's good with you traveling. Does
Oh,
she travel
she's-
with you, or
She doesn't travel with
She's
me, but
okay.
She's
She's
really
awesome.
chill though.
that's good? And I know from the biz that I'm in, like last night, literally the wife comes home. I was like, I got to be at Dairy Queen at 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Uh,
she went and ate sushi without him.
yeah, so she went to sushi without me. And then the same thing this morning because we're now raising our grandbaby. So she's like, and I'm like, I got to be Relay for Life tonight. She's like, tomorrow, March of Dimes tomorrow. She's
Yeah.
like, holy cow. So, but she's really good. And you have
Yeah.
to have somebody that either
Oh, yeah.
understands you and loves you enough to be part of your world and not try to take away from your world. That's why I figured I'd ask, because you hear so many guys go, yeah, I got a girlfriend and it's a little rocky. But that's important,
Yeah.
because if you're pursuing a dream, either they got to be part of your dream or not.
Right.
There's that middle ground. It's kind of hard to do.
Right. And I mean, for me, it's like, and we're by no means bigger and, anything yet, but for me, like a relationship is really hard just because at this point, you've got people that are wanting to like not use you, but are like, try to use you for the next level or to like
Yeah.
open
Oh,
up
yeah.
for you or, just, and they're kind of in love or they have this idea of you and that's what they
Mhm.
like.
They
you
have the
know?
vision.
But they don't understand that I'm going to be gone for 6 months out of the year,
That's right.
if not more.
Right.
Wow.
And are you going to be able to deal with that?
Right.
You
You
know?
know, like, are you going to like, cause I mean, music is first. I
Right.
mean, it really is. And I hate to say it, but music is first.
Hey, that's
all
your
the time.
passion.
Yeah.
That's your passion. So
I mean-
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and well, that's good that you see it that way. If you see it now that way, then in another year or so, it'll make more sense. And I'm just saying from experience, because when I was living out of hotels, like I literally lived in Snellville and was driving an hour to work in McDonough, and I would have a hotel room to work at a bar on Friday night and then leave my hotel Saturday morning and go to Macon to do an event, get back to my hotel Saturday night to go back to work Saturday night at this bar. And then, 8, 9 o'clock the next morning, you're going to get some food and you're trying to go, okay, am I doing another event today or am I going to go try to get some sleep? And trying to have a relationship. Oh my God. I felt like at the time, the person I was dating worked in the bar business. So because she saw what she dealt with, she saw me work in the same place and saw what I dealt with. But then I would leave to go to another bar to work. So
Right.
she's like, oh my God, what are you doing? What is he up to? Look, I'm working crazy hours. I can't have that stress. I need to focus on me. And I try to tell people right before a show, I'm getting my head into being
Yeah,
the funny
That's
guy.
him.
Don't
Mhm.
mess with me before my
That's him.
show. You'll mess up my show.
He has this weird thing where it's not weird. I respect it, but he like blocks everything out for like an hour prior.
Yeah, got to get in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah. So we all have our thing.
That's
you
right.
know?
And if
So-
you have that relationship where somebody balances with what you're doing,
Right.
that's great. But if they're not, then that just messes you up.
Yeah.
And like, you say you got an hour, right, that you got to get ready. And I would try to tell people when I get ready to come downstairs, I want to be in my funny zone when I turn this
Yeah.
microphone on.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
Mhm.
stress
Right.
because that takes me away from what I'm doing. And like you guys, y'all are playing from the heart most of the time.
Yeah.
Y'all are singing a story and playing a story and you putting your emotion in it. And if your emotion's out of whack, your music's
Yeah.
out of whack. And the listeners can tell
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're in it or not in
Mhm.
it, So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool, man. At least I know I'm not the only one that kind of sees it that way. So it's kind of cool to hear somebody else
Yeah.
kind of feeling the same thing. And that goes back to the passion of it. I love what I do.
Yeah.
And you have to do this. You got to love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we're full time.
Yeah.
We barely make it. Like we make it every month. We pay our house bill, pay our utilities, we pay our phone bills, and we manage.
That's right.
We do it, but we don't have to get up and go to work in the morning.
That's
You
right.
know,
Living
we
the dream.
We don't have a bedtime. We save our money for when weeks are rough.
Mhm.
We save our money when the good weeks are there for the bad weeks.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Man, it's so good to hear that somebody's got it like that,
Yeah.
because I'm living the dream. And I had just made the comment this morning. Somebody had told me something, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm content right where I'm at. If everything keeps growing, beautiful. But what's going to make it keep growing is just being real and keep being what I am and doing what I am. That's what's going to keep growing. It's when you try to alter some things that you start messing up a few things. So it's really cool to see that y'all are living the dream, and people can say what they want, but you got to admire a guy that's chasing his dream while he's living it at the same time. That's
Right.
pretty cool.
Best job I've ever had.
Yeah,
that's
see,
tough.
I mean, you're getting paid. Well, y'all want to do another one? I know our clock's running a little bit, but let's go ahead and get you guys doing another one here. And I apologize for my throat. Like, I'm feeling so raspy, it's pathetic.
I guess we'll do a original tune right now. It's called Nashville Streets, and basically, what it's about is kind of the woman side of being in a relationship with a country superstar or any kind of artist who's about to take off, and how maybe it's not what they expected once they got into it, and once he started really taking off. So,
And what's the name?
it's called Nashville Streets. It'll be on the new record.
Okay, we have Chris Hamrick playing Nashville Streets.
They say these streets, they are paved in gold. I don't know what they mean by that, 'cause I feel so damn cold. These midnight screams, well, they cut so short, like a hook blade knife cutting roses into her porcelain heart. These slamming doors, they lead to more, like take your keys, get the hell out, as she falls to the floor. She don't wanna go, she did not know what she was getting into when she heard his voice on the radio. She don't wanna go, she did not know how much it would hurt to hear his voice on the radio. On the radio, on the radio. These lonely nights in a 2-room pad. Well, he's coming home late, night after night, and she misses him bad. Those Marlboro Reds, with those hot butter lights, well, they stain her tongue like the words he said on the very first night. But she don't wanna go, she did not know how much it would hurt to hear his voice on the radio. She don't wanna go, she did not know how much it would hurt to hear his voice on the radio. On the radio. Broken dreams and broken strings, one-night stands and hotel keys. Her baby cries on a one-stop flight from Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Well, she don't wanna go, she did not know how much it would hurt to hear his voice on the radio. Well, she don't wanna go, she did not know how much it would hurt to hear his voice on the radio. On the radio. she don't wanna go. She did not know what she was getting into when she heard his voice on the radio. On the radio. They say these streets, they are paved in gold. But I don't know what they mean by that, 'cause I feel so damn cold.
Just wow.
That was
Thank you.
awesome too.
Just wow. And listen, I'm a guy, I listen to so much music, but I've got to where I just really, really like being mellow and listening to my acoustic stuff.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
you know, hearing Chris Cornell from Soundgarden do Billie Jean, you know, it's amazing. And listening to you guys, I'm just like, God, dude, I can really sit back and just see myself just jamming to this in the car.
Oh,
It's just
Mhm.
awesome. So,
or sitting
I'm,
out there with
yeah,
a beer.
sitting
in
out
your
there with a beer in the
hand.
hand, you know?
Yeah.
wow.
That
Like
was-
I'm just listening going, this sounds so much better than just listening to a couple guys in the studio. I mean, you
Mhm.
have such a unique sound.
yes, y'all
It's
are-
amazing. I'm very impressed.
I completely see what Cowboy Troy was talking about.
Thank you.
you
Yeah,
know. And I
this is
can't wait to
awesome.
see the whole band
Yeah, that's
live
it's a-
perform.
Yeah, it's a totally different level when we're playing like full band.
Right.
It's really rock.
And this is Saturday night y'all are playing?
yeah, Saturday night.
Cool, cool. And we're free. We're free Saturday night. So I'll see
Yeah.
what I can pull
Cool.
off.
That'd be awesome.
That's just, man, I'm just like tickled pink because like we've had lots of good guys in here, don't get me wrong. And I'm not knocking anybody.
Yeah.
But you know, y'all have a really good sound.
Yes, y'all do.
We
Y'all
had some
really
guys
do.
do the night show that were really good too. That's
Oh,
quite
yes.
impressive.
Which they are actually, their band is called Years of Sorrow. I think we have a CD. I'll give you one over
Yeah,
here.
please.
And they're actually maybe Nick is going to get me an alternative type style.
Okay.
They're really fast, and you know we like them. And I was kind of trying to figure out how they were going to do an acoustic set
Right.
because it just I could.
But they did an amazing
Oh,
job.
And Nick's vocals are amazing. He has a very good voice.
And you know what I find funny is you look at the music, and you said you listened to punk, you know, and you
Yeah.
look at what we've listened to growing up, and you take all of what we listened to and kind of put it together, and you end up where we are now.
Right.
And
Mhm.
you know, you hear people use the word alternative, but it's like it's kind of just where we are.
Mhm.
You know, music's already been where it's been. Pardon me. It's already been where it's been. We've got to put some new flavor into it. And I just love it. I love hearing where the new music's going.
Gosh, your voice is just. How much talking are you gonna have to do tonight, man?
I hope not a whole lot. I'll be
Eat a
eating
pickle.
halls.
Eat a pickle.
Pardon me, y'all.
Eat a pickle.
I'm telling you, I've not recovered from last week.
Eat a pickle.
You and your pickles.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
not going to
when
do to my pickle what you do to your
Hey,
pickle.
it's daytime, man.
It's a pickle. You weirdo. What do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. Just the way you said that. You know.
Well, you just leave me and my pickle alone.
See, I got a whole jar of pickles at home I can eat.
Zip, 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 you weirdo. What, do you kill people and store those things? Look at her face. I very rarely get to do this to her and just embarrass her so bad that she can't speak. Well, look, we're
Yeah.
coming. We're coming towards our end. Do you have another one you want to do before we wrap it up?
Sure, man. What do you want to do?
I don't know, ship set sail, or do you want to do let us know?
We could do a new one that we just wrote that we're kind of demoing right now in the studio. Again, not very the most upbeat song.
Right.
And this song is pretty much about people quitting your band.
Okay.
So. Ain't it funny how your mind can change in a day?
switch gears like a freight train. Like a freight train on the track. Oh, you're heading down that lonesome road, one that leads to a crowd. Of people on the straight and narrow, who are silent, not loud. Oh, but the train keeps rolling, and my strings keep ringing, and I hope that you can hear them from your throne. And when you go to sleep tonight, hope you dream about the lights and the miles and miles that we drive on. I remember you said you'd pray for me. You were high and mighty in your redwood tree. But you left us when the sirens called, packed your bags and you went home. Oh, but we met Belle in Memphis, walked the streets alone. Oh, but the train keeps rolling, and my strings keep ringing, and I hope that you can hear them from your throne. But when you go to sleep tonight, hope you dream about the lights and the miles and miles we drive on. Oh, but the train keeps rolling, and my strings keep ringing, and I hope that you can hear from your throne. But when you go to sleep tonight, hope you dream about the lights and the miles and miles we can drive on our own. Ship set sail.
Man, that was good.
Thanks, man.
That was real good.
Now tell everyone where they can find your music at.
Yeah, let's see. Well, you can find my old EP and all that stuff on, iTunes, Spotify, if you just want to stream it for free, because I would. Because, come on now. But like I said, our new album will be dropping in 6 to 8 months. And, it'll be on every big, label, iTunes, Google Play,
Amazon.
Yeah, you can find us a lot on YouTube. Since we're on the road a lot, we have a lot of people that will just, with their phones and, you can probably get our new stuff quicker,
Well, we'll definitely need to get some, but they have to be MP3 formats.
Yes, MP3 formats.
Yeah.
That's just cool though, because that way we can jam out to it.
Yeah. Even if we get some of these demos done, we can shoot them your way. That way y'all can see what people think.
Oh, definitely. And Jacob, tell everybody how to find y'all on Facebook and all the other ways of finding you.
You can find us at, actually, our band name is Chris Hamrick and the City Lights. But the URL we have right now is chrishamrickband.com. So you can go there, and that will take you to everything: Reverb Nation, Twitter, Facebook. So our Facebook account for our band is Chris. It's facebook.com/Chris Hamrick Acoustic, and that's our band page, our like page. You can add Chris Hamrick or Robert Sanford on Facebook. We just like to be your friend. We like our friends.
I'm also on Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr.
And that's one I hadn't got into yet. Everybody was talking about that
That's
one.
great.
So I need to get involved with that one.
I'm on Twitter at Chris Hamrick 4. Oh yeah.
All right.
And
fourth one. So
I'm at not Chris Hamrick. Gosh.
Look at
Robert
that.
Sander for 3.
Robert Sanford for 3. Okay.
Yeah.
But Jacob, definitely let's get Steph to send some stuff over to Jacob too, so Jacob will have some, and make sure that way there's a good easy way for Jacob to keep up with you guys too, because he'll be the guy reaching out to you, telling you where to send music to, and
Yeah.
Jacob he keeps up with everything.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how he has the time to do what he does. And some of the things that he achieves, he'll be like, I got a novelist calling you tomorrow. And I'm just like, okay.
Thank you.
So he can pull off stuff. It's just unbelievable. He's had people from I forget the dang name of the TV show now, where they Appalachia Gold or wherever, where they're picking all the stuff, the ginseng. He's had people from the TV show call, and I'm sorry I forgot the name, but I'm trying to spit this out really fast. So, but yeah, Jacob's just got a good reach. It's unbelievable what he can do.
Yes, and he's in Oklahoma, so that's what makes it even better. He does all this for us, and he's out in Oklahoma.
Right.
That's right.
That's awesome.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna wrap this puppy up. I appreciate you guys for coming in,
Of course, man.
and then hopefully she'll make notations, and now we also have this recorded live. So what I'll do is I'll be able to take this and chop it up and just make your individual 3 different songs and put it in rotation.
Oh, cool.
So
man.
then that way you get played that way too, and the songs were incredible. That's the cool thing about
Yes.
making sure that it sounded great on video as well as the radio, because that way I know either way of them we have them. So
Right.
Yes.
So
Well,
now,
it's been fun, man.
all right, man. Well, appreciate y'all coming out.
It was worth getting up at, what was it, 7?
I will give it 6.
And did you work last night?
Well, yeah, we actually, I know we're short on time, but we
No,
actually
go
had our new drummers from Nashville. He came down all this week to rehearse with us. So we've been
Wow.
going. So
Yeah, and that was that's a question then. So you got a drummer that's in Nashville.
yeah.
So how are y'all going to practice?
Well, he's actually moving in. So
Oh, okay.
we have another room. So I mean, we're just gonna, like you said, eat, breathe.
It is the way to
music.
go.
Yeah. So we're all there. Like, hey, y'all want to rehearse today? All right. And then we just rehearse in the living room. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, I'm with you.
cool.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I understand. Look where I have my studio.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot easier that way, and I know I can put people in the same room this way a whole lot
Yep.
easier. So, man, I appreciate you guys coming
Cool
in.
stuff. Cool.
Make sure y'all go check them out Saturday night at 5:00 right there in Covington. A good venue for checking out a lot of the local bands. Great sound. I'm gonna see what I can do about trying to get out, because I'd like to see the band. I know now we're doing acoustics. So I'd really like to come see it as a band and
Yeah.
see how that setup goes
This,
as well.
this is
So,
probably our last show in Georgia for,
Wow.
yeah, maybe our last full band show for at least 3 months, because we'll be on the road. So.
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty
Wow.
cool
Yeah.
though. But again, if they get with y'all on your
Yeah.
social media, they can keep up with where you're at. And,
They can
and
even
listen and-
yeah, private parties. They can book us for that. I mean,
Cool.
if we're in town. So,
all right.
but yeah,
All right, everybody. Well,
Sweet.
thanks for coming in. Everybody have a great day.
Yes.
I got a boogie. We got tons of stuff to
Oh
do.
my
We got to
gosh,
get ready
yes.
for the Relay for Life dinner tonight for the survivors. March of Dimes tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing the March of Dimes walk, March of Dimes marathon tomorrow morning at the Rockdale Career Academy. It starts at 8. They register at, I believe, 8. We got to be there at 7. Register at 8. Walk starts 9, I believe, and goes from 9 to 12. So, and then after that, I forgot to say this, out at the Veterans Memorial.
Oh yes.
So we're leaving.
Yes.
So you'll be here babysitting my granddaughter, thank God. And me and Travis will leave the March of Dimes to go down to the Veterans Wall for just a
Yes.
brief few seconds.
Y'all
so pretty
suck, 'cause I
busy for the
wanna
next
see
48
that
hours.
too.
We'll go back. We've still got another event there and another weekend. So
Yeah, because obviously y'all probably do not know, but the traveling Vietnam Wall came here to Conyers Wednesday. It arrived
Yes,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And it's set up. There is a memorial here called the Walk of Heroes.
yes,
Yeah, or Walk Among Heroes.
just keep going.
It's and
Squirrel.
that's where the Vietnam Wall, the traveling Vietnam Wall, is set up.
So it's really
So,
cool to be
yeah.
able to go down there and check it out.
Yeah. So
So, all right, well, we're going to boogie. Appreciate you guys for coming
Of course,
in.
of course.
And
Thank y'all.
again, one more to plug for how they can quickly find you on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.com/Chris Hamrick Acoustic. Good go.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's just fun as always. We'll see y'all. I'm gonna get some other music kicking up here, and I just because I was talking about the Chris Cornell, I'm gonna play it because I actually like that version of Billie Jean. Everybody, hang tight. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Awesome.
bye, y'all.
Bye bye.
Did you stop the video?
Fixing to.
Okay.
I gotta get swapped over to that Mac.
Yes.